Welcome back to Gridiron Ring, live right here on Periscope. We're underway in Santa Clara with the San Francisco 49ers hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers on CBS here this afternoon, September the 22nd, 2019. God damn, who's that? Melanie Collins, looking good, reporting on the sideline out at Levi's Stadium. Melanie Collins, Cool Hand Luke 96 on Twitter. Nick Bosa, he will play here this afternoon on defense for the 49ers, but however, Pittsburgh won the coin toss, deferred in the second half. They kick off. San Francisco ball from the 25 to start off here. Matt Breida with the carry, 5 yards for him, second down. It is Jimmy Garoppolo versus Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, as Big Ben Roethlisberger is out for the entire season now with a elbow injury. Fake the give to the running back and on the end around. Pass complete, though, from Garoppolo to George Kittle, former Iowa Hawkeye. Iowa, as of late, tight end U. They just moved up in the latest AP poll in college football to number 14. From the 41, Garoppolo under center. Fake the give to the back once again. And on the end around, intercepted by the Steelers. That's TJ Watt. Same play from the 49ers as what they just ran. Fake the give to the back, fake the give on the end around. However, this time around, Garoppolo went for the screen pass to the running back and then hit him right in the hands. Deflected off his chest. Ball in the air. TJ Watt, linebacker out of Wisconsin for the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the interception. Great field position for Mason Rudolph during his first career drive as a starter in the National Football League, making his first career start here today for the black and gold. Rudolph looking to throw, dumps it off at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Some very, very loud defense chants from the 49er fans. However, Black and Gold Nation is making their way into the stadium, making themselves known as well with terrible towels throughout the entire Levi's Stadium out in Santa Clara, actually home of WrestleMania 31. That was when Seth frickin' Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank in the main event of WrestleMania. Screen pass near side to Juju Smith-Schuster. Loss of 2, 3rd and 12 on the way, as the Steelers are wearing their road whites, yellow pants. Rudolph, number 2, former Oklahoma State Cowboy, drafted in the 3rd round last year. James Washington, a round before him, his wide receiver at OK State, won the Fred Biletnikoff Award. So maybe a little bit of a early connection with those two could help out Rudolph, but Juju Smith-Schuster with another catch near side. Gain of about, I'd say maybe 4 or 5 yards, depending on the spot. And it's going to be 4th down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tie ball game here. And thank you guys for tuning in and listening during this audio-only recording of my live reactions, play-by-play of some more NFL football. I was on just a short time ago with the Ravens and Chiefs. Now Chris Boswell, 46-yard attempt, up and good. Steelers lead 3-0 after the Jimmy Garoppolo interception by TJ Watt. So Pittsburgh starts off very, very good here in Rudolph's first career start in the NFL. Can't get any better than that. You defer to the second half, excuse me. San Francisco gets the ball, a couple plays in. Garoppolo throws an INT, and a couple plays later, you drive downfield and you end up only getting 3 points out of it, but those 3 points later on in the game might be crucial. We saw earlier with the Raven-Chief game, they decided to go for 2 a couple times, and it really bit them in the ass in the end because they were 0 for 3 on 2-point conversions, I do believe, was the final stat, and that's 6 points. They lost by 5. So do the math, Baltimore really should have won the game against the Kansas City Chiefs, but the Chiefs victorious just a short time ago over the Baltimore Ravens in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, 33-28. So thank you guys for tuning in once again, as I am back live right here on Periscope doing some more live reactions, play-by-play of NFL football. Was just on Ravens and Chiefs. What a game that was. Was also watching Lions and Eagles as well. Detroit now 2-0-1 to start off the year through the first 3 weeks of the season after tying the Cardinals week 1. Cardinals playing the Panthers. Right now, coming up later on, I'll have scores and stats from around the league as well, plus recap college football, something I was going to do earlier on, but didn't get around to it because both those games were very exciting, and they both came down to the wire. As mentioned, the Chiefs won 33-28, and then the Lions victorious over the Eagles in Philadelphia at the Link, 27-24. Excuse me, 33-28 was Ravens Chiefs over the Ravens. Excuse me. I've been talking a lot for the past 4 hours, and will continue to do so the rest of the evening, as well as I will be doing live reactions play of Sunday Night Football later on tonight, too, with the Rams and Browns, as the Browns will host the Los Angeles Rams in Cleveland at First Energy Bank Stadium in the rock and roll city of Cleveland, Ohio. The first Sunday Night Football game in Cleveland since 2008. In Pittsburgh on offense, those 3 points that Boswell just split the uprights with, those are the first quarter points the whole entire season so far for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And well, hell, yeah, you really think about it, it makes sense. It fits because week 1 they only put up 3 points total the whole entire game against the New England Patriots. Lost that game by 33-3, and then they lost last week to the Seattle Seahawks at home, 28-26. Now they're on the road in San Francisco, up early 3-0 on the 49ers. So here comes Jimmy Garoppolo once again, looking this time to not throw an INT early on in the drive. First down and 10 from the 25. 49ers going left to right across your television screen, audio and radio dial. Toss play to the top, gain of about 4 yards. So we got another update. What is this? Saints Seahawks. That is also one of the other 4 o'clock games currently going on in the NFL. A punt return for a touchdown. Saints on top of the Seahawks, 7-0 early on. Also Texans and Chargers, Panthers, Cardinals, and Giants, Buccaneers. But Sunday Night Football later on, Rams and Browns. A 8-yard run by the 49ers. First down and 10 as they will move the chains for the first time this afternoon. Garoppolo now in the eye, former Patriot quarterback. And Pittsburgh with the blitz. Stephon Tuitt with the sack. His 3rd sack in the past 2 games. Garoppolo not looking good early on. Interception. His first drive now taking a sack as Tuitt right up the middle, unblocked, takes down Jimmy G. Patriots, his former squad. Hard to believe, almost 2 years ago now, and the next month, the Pats traded him to San Fran. But the Patriots won over the Jets earlier. Once again, I'll have stats and scores throughout both of these games, I should say, later on this afternoon. So scores and stats coming up in a little bit.
2.5 sacks over the first 2 games, and then another one here. The young and athletic linebacker group includes third-year standout T.J. Watt.
So 3rd and 14 now for the San Francisco 49ers. It's a battle of 2 5-time plus 1 Super Bowl champion franchises. And Steelers getting after Garoppolo once again. However, he passes complete at midfield. Flag on the play, though. There's Minkah Fitzpatrick, number 39, new Steeler, traded by the Dolphins last Monday night to Pittsburgh. Kyle Shanahan coaching San Francisco, Mike Tomlin. On the Pittsburgh sideline, we had illegal use of the hands of the face to Devin Bush, number 55, the rookie linebacker out of Michigan. Huge loss by the Wolverines yesterday against Wisconsin. Penalties declined because it was about a 15-20 yard gain over the middle at midfield. Penalty declined. And then Joe Hayden with the tackle. There's Mike Tomlin in his 13th season as a Steeler head coach. Another toss play. Fumble on the toss play, though. Steelers going to pick it up, it looks like. Ref falls on his ass trying to backpedal. See who recovers that. San Francisco gets on the bottom of it. 49ers here early on looking very, very shaky. Interception, a sack, another toss play. The running back can't catch it. Pittsburgh trying to recover it. However, they pushed him right into the ball, and San Francisco recovered. Chargers up 7-0 on the Texans early on as well. So now 2nd and long for the 49ers. 2nd and 28. Pass over the middle, complete on the slant to the 44-yard line. Deebo Samuel on the reception, former South Carolina Gamecock. 3rd down. He's in his 3rd season already. Holy hell. Third and 15 for the 49ers. And now we got a whistle for some reason. And the 49ers call their first timeout of the first half, down 3-0 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now at home with Baker Mayfield as he's out there trying to cut his grass. These commercials, as mentioned earlier, are hilarious in my opinion. But thank you guys for tuning in and listening. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know in the comment section below. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridring 18, and myself, Coolhand Luke 96 on social media. Like, super like, and super heart button. Share this on social media as well. Live reactions, play-by-play, Steelers, 49ers, 3rd and 15 for San Fran. From the 44, Pittsburgh jumped a little bit, no call. Shotgun, running backs to the left and right of Jimmy G. Out past midfield to the 48, however, not enough for the first down. Pittsburgh holds San Francisco on defense during their second drive. First one ended in interception, led to Steeler points. 3-0 is your score. Now San Francisco will punt. Thank you for the likes, super likes, and super hearts. If you have chat questions and comments as well, let me know. Share this as well on social media. Hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL100, Gridring 18, and Coolhand Luke 96, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Fair catch by Ryan Switzer at the 10. Ball actually bounces into the end zone, and Pittsburgh will begin with Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, at the 20-yard line. once we return from commercial. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, State Farm commercial. Rodgers victorious over the Broncos earlier, 27-16. And the Chiefs victorious with Patrick Mahomes over Lamar Jackson and the Ravens 33-28. If you are tuning back in to my live reactions play-by-play right here on Periscope, thank you. I was on just a little bit beforehand doing live reactions play-by-play of that Ravens-Chief game. What a game that was, as mentioned. Came down the wire just as the Lion-Eagle game did as well. And one road team won, the Lions won, but then the other home team, the Chiefs won. So Chiefs now 3-0, Baltimore 2-1, which is good for Pittsburgh. You know, Baltimore losing, Pittsburgh hopefully will get a win today. You know, obviously 0-2, losing to New England, and then Seattle last week. Out with Roethlisberger now, he's done for the year. But you got to believe in Mason Rudolph. You got to move forward, next man up mentality. Hopefully they can run the football with him. Hopefully, one, they can block on the offensive line. And, you know, they've been able to do that for how long now? They have one of the best offensive lines in the National Football League. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated for everybody in here listening to this audio of live reactions play-by-play of Steelers, 49ers in the NFL as well. So, but if they can block and then be able to run the football and, you know, play good defense, I think they'll be fine. It's really all going to depend on how he plays in his first start here today. Obviously, yeah, an interception on the 49ers' first drive, great field position for the Steeler offense. Got 3 points out of it after, you know, the drive stalled. But you just got to move on. That's, you know, next man up, and hopefully they can continue to go out and win some football games. Coming back from commercial break now, a aerial view of the Golden Gate Bridge out in San Fran. This game at Levi's Stadium. Somewhat fairly new. However, the 49ers have not won a Super Bowl since Joe Montana and Steve Young. First and 10. Probably the best thing to ever happen in Levi's Stadium, WrestleMania 31. Because the 49ers have not made the playoffs, I do believe, since they opened this sucker up. James Conner with a 5-yard run, second down. Trent Green on the call this afternoon, former Chief and Ram quarterback. His son actually plays for Northwestern. However, he went down with an injury against Stanford in the Bay Area on the farm week 1. Stanford has somewhat struggled ever since. Northwestern lost yesterday as well to Michigan State, who's now ranked 25 in the latest AP Top 25 poll in college football. Another run from Conner, a yard maybe if that, 3rd and 5. Another thing Pittsburgh needs to do on offense with Rudolph at quarterback, obviously block, because if you can't block, you can't run. You can't block, you can't run. It doesn't open up the play action. You can't throw the ball downfield. But they need to throw the tight end more with Vance, Ronald McDonald, and hit the check down guy whenever you need to, because that's a quarterback's best friend. The running game and the tight end, and good defense. Slant pass over the middle, incomplete, intended for Deontay Johnson. 4th and 5, Pittsburgh will bring on Jordan Berry to punt halfway through the first quarter as the Steelers lead 3-0 over the San Francisco 49ers on the road out in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium. Nice little slant over the middle, led Johnson just by a hair, and hit Johnson in the left hand and couldn't bring it in for a catch. So drive stalls once again. Got 5 yards on a 5-yard run, and then nothing after that. So Berry now punts. No fair catch at the 20. Missed tackle from Pittsburgh. San Francisco returns out to the 28-yard line. Tyler Metcalf, number 44, on the tackle. And 5.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Steelers lead the 49ers 3-0. As always, chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, GridRing18, and myself, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Links are actually in the description below if you're watching on playback on YouTube. GridRing18, Cool Hand Luke 96, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Also, Cool Hand Luke 96 right here on Periscope. And over on Twitter, super like, and super heart button. And be sure to share this hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL100, along with PIT versus SF for Pittsburgh versus San Francisco in this second game of the CBS doubleheader this afternoon during Week 3 of the NFL. Coming up at halftime, as mentioned, I will have stats and scores from around the league and recap college football as well from this past weekend. Crazy day yesterday with college football. Been an interesting day in the NFL as well, as it normally is. Some very close games late. The Bills, I believe they came back and won over the Cincinnati Bengals as well. So that's good for Pittsburgh if they can win. At least they won't be tied for last in the AFC North with the Bengals at that point, both teams being 0-3. But Cincy 0-3 because the Bills came back and scored 21-17, and I believe that's what the final score was. I haven't checked, but Baltimore losing 2-1, and then Cleveland plays tonight, so we'll see what happens there. But commercial break with the Steelers and Niners. Thank you for those likes, and super hearts. Super like, and super heart button. Tap that if you wish. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. As I'm getting everything reset up during the second stream here today, after the first stream just ended about a half hour ago now, after the Chiefs defeated the Ravens. And now this is a audio only recording live right here on Periscope for live reactions, play-by-play. Some dynasties playing against each other here this afternoon. 5-time Super Bowl champs in San Francisco, 6-time in Pittsburgh as the Steelers. To me, it seems like as we have a run, and you guys can let me know if you think different, but we had a run by San Francisco there, a 2-yard loss, but it seemed like decade by decade, the Packers owned the 60s, the Steelers owned the 70s, the Niners in the 80s, Niners in the 90s, along with the Cowboys as well. And then ever since the 2000s, we've had the Patriots. And then, every couple years, there's a couple other teams, like how the Giants have 4 Super Bowls, the Broncos have a couple. Another Pittsburgh Steeler interception off the deflection. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, just acquired by the Dolphins on Monday, his first Steeler interception, wearing that new number 39 thread. Big INT as he returns at about 10-15 yards maybe. See if they spot it out. He ran out of bounds. So see a replay here. Bud Dupree with some pressure. Joe Hayden with the deflection. Minkah Fitzpatrick right there at strong safety with the INT. And returns it for a Pittsburgh Steeler. First down. Garoppolo now with 2 interceptions here in the first 11 minutes of the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 24 is where they officially spotted at. Steelers right to left across your television screen, radio and audio dial. Rudolph, quick bubble screen to the top. Complete. Gain of about 7-8 yards. James Washington, 2nd and short. Second and 2 officially. Big acquisition by the Steelers. Going up a first-round pick in next year's draft. for Minkah Fitzpatrick, former first-round pick last year at Alabama, number 11 overall to the Miami Dolphins. 2nd and 2 from the 16. Rudolph in shotgun, hands off James Conner. First down, Pittsburgh. Right at the line to gain, and that's a first down. They give him a little extra half yard there, so thank you, Zebras. Now they go over Minkah Fitzpatrick and his career. Officially traded to Pittsburgh on Tuesday, but it broke last Monday night during Monday Night Football. 1st and 10 from the 13. 2 wideouts near side, running back to the left of Mason Rudolph, who's looking to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. And intended for Juju, number 19. 2nd and 10. Overthrew Juju by a little bit. Tampa Bay leading the Daniel Jones-led Giants 12-9 halfway through the second. Mike Evans already has 2 touchdown receptions. Panthers and Cardinals tied at 7. 2nd and 10 though for Pittsburgh, up 3-0. Rudolph 4 of 6 early on. 4 wide. And Rudolph screen pass near side. Gain of about 4. 3rd down, James Conner on the reception.
We've seen him pretty focused and pretty determined. I'm not sure we've seen him any more than that we did yesterday. Yeah, he had a real bounce to his step. He had an attitude and a bounce, and felt good about this football team. He knows there's
Saints still on top of Seattle, 7-0 after that punt return from early on. Thank you for the likes, the super likes, and the super hearts. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated. 3rd and 6. Rudolph fakes the give, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to run for it, get about a yard, and Pittsburgh will be forced to kick another field goal here early on during another San Francisco interception drive that led to Pittsburgh getting the ball back. However, drive stalls. Here comes Mr. Chris Boswell, the Wizard of Boz. 1 of 1 already, good from 46. This will be from about 25, 26 officially. And kick up and good, 6-0 now. Pittsburgh leads. TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick, an interception apiece, as they show the highlight of that as well. This is the only game on in my area right now, unless I would be doing live reactions play-by-play of 2 different NFL games right now. That's how it was earlier, because I now have a 2 TV setup. Watched Ravens Chiefs, Lions Eagles, both came down to the wire as mentioned, but now with the 3 late games all on CBS here in my area in central Pennsylvania, with the Steelers being on against the 49ers, that's what game I'm currently watching. That's the game that I get. So Chargers hosting the Texans, they're up 7-0, and then the Saints on the road against Seattle, they're up 7-0 as well. However, as mentioned, Cardinals, Panthers tied at 7. Cam Newton not playing. Kyle Allen gets a start for Carolina. Wonder why Will Greer's not playing, but who knows? Maybe they just didn't want to throw him in this early in his rookie year and then get blown out on the road against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, who they can put up points, but they tied week 1 and now lost last week. Now in a early barn burner with the Panthers out in Glendale. And then the Giants with Daniel Jones playing Tampa Bay. And I picked Tampa Bay in that game because with Bruce Arians as head coach and Todd Bowles, that defensive coordinator, former Jet head coach, they're going to blitz him all day long. Rookie quarterback, first career start. They're blitzing him the entire game, no doubt about it. And they're winning right now too, up 12-9 last I checked, last I saw. So Yeah, those are some scores from around the league. And then coming up at halftime, like I said, I'll have the other scores and stats from earlier on, plus recap college football. So thanks for tuning in and listening as we are coming up here on the 5 o'clock hour here on the East Coast. Some old pictures of the Steeler franchise. There's Jack Lambert, Art and Dan Rooney, the Steel Curtain defense, Franco Harris, Hines Ward and Jerome Bettis. The Immaculate Reception actually just named the #1 play in NFL history during NFL 100 this year. Whether Franco caught it or not, only he knows. Boswell kicks off. San Francisco fields it at the 10. Steelers lead 6-0. After 2 Garoppolo interceptions led to 2 Steeler field goals. 1st and 10. Here comes Jimmy G once again. Hey, third time's a charm, buddy. Why don't you throw a third interception on your 3rd consecutive drive? It'll be 49er football. Ball at the 31-yard line. And man in motion. Garoppolo hands off to his running back. Gain of 2.5 yards. 2nd down.
After that interception by Minka Fitzpatrick, it was hugs and handshakes all around down here. And since training camp, the Steelers DBs have been staying after practice every day to do a specific drill in the jugs machine, where they each have to catch 15 balls from different directions, turned around and over each shoulder. And the defensive key today was to create more possessions for Mason Rudolph. Looks like that drill's paying off so far.
Thank you, Mom.
2nd and 8. In the pistol. Garoppolo over the middle, complete on the slant to the 45-yard line. George, not Greg, George Kittle. Another studio update, Giants, Buccaneers. Daniel Jones, quarterback, keeper, and he gets in the end zone. Giants only trail the Bucs now by 2, 12-10. Beautiful pass by Jimmy Garoppolo. You got to play better defense than that. A diving grab by the fullback. And then Terrell Edmonds came up with the stop. Garoppolo now under center. 3-yard run by San Fran. Yeah, Garoppolo right on the money, led his fullback on the wheel route. Nice diving grab, and now 2nd and 7 after that last run. This very well could be the final play of the first quarter. Under 10 seconds now. Will they snap it? They will not. Play clock and game clock at the same time. So that is now the end of the first quarter. Steelers lead 6-0.
Minimums and fees, they seem to be the very foundation of your typical bank. Capital One is anything. That's why we designed Capital One Cafes. You can get savings and checking accounts with no fees or minimums. And one of America's best savings rates. To top it off, you can open one from anywhere in 5 minutes. This isn't a typical bank. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Make the big leap, even if you have doubts. Take small steps, especially for easy. Wash your beer daily to reduce gray fragile. And be open to new firsts like the Triple GX, the first and only gray-reducing beer wash. Feel the better man you are, and look apart.
Hey, this game's not over.
I eat, take statins, still struggle to lower my LDL bad cholesterol, which means a heart attack or stroke could strike without warning, pulling me away from everything that matters most. Because with high bad cholesterol, my risk of a heart attack or stroke is real. Repatha plus a statin seriously lowers bad cholesterol by 63% and significantly drops my risk of having a heart attack or stroke.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha can cause serious allergic reactions. Signs include trouble breathing or swallowing or swelling of the face. Most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
I won't let a heart attack or stroke come between me and everything I love. Neither should you. Tell your doctor to lower your LDL and reduce your risk with Repatha. Pay no more than $5 per month with the Repatha copay card.
You see, sir, same bull. No change.
Yes, I do. Every day. From my work clothes into my sweats, then my sweats into my pajamas.
Season premiere, CBS tomorrow.
America's favorite kid junior, Sheldon Cooper, is back. Actually,
Back to the action now out in San Francisco. 49ers still have the ball here to begin the second quarter. Steelers lead 6-0. From the 25, 2nd and 7. Another toss play. First down run for San Francisco inside the 15. Ball is out. A fumble on the play. And guess who has it? Devin Bush, the rookie linebacker out of Michigan. Pittsburgh recovers. Pittsburgh Steeler ball. 3 turnovers in the first 15 minutes and 9 seconds in this ball game. That was Minkah Fitzpatrick with the hard-hitting tackle, jarring the ball loose. That is clearly a fumble. Bush with the recovery. First down Pittsburgh at the 8-yard line. 3 turnovers by San Francisco here early on. Not the way they obviously would have liked to have started. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Inside the 10-yard line now. End zone to Rudolph's back. Going left to right now as they switch ends. Screen pass, advance, Ronald McDonald. First down at the 19. Gain of 10.
very close to a first down. In fact, it is a first down at the 19-yard line. Well, that's how you're going to have to try and beat this defense. And we've seen the Steelers do that quite a bit so far in this game, is the screens and quick throws. When you get an aggressive defense, that's how you've got to attack it. And that time getting some separation from their own goal line. Pretty simplified stuff from Mason Rudolph so far.
1st and 10. Pittsburgh at the 19, man in motion. That's McDonald. Out of the pistol, handoff, James Conner. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on the spot. Pittsburgh's defense coming to play here today, helping out the young rookie. Basically a rookie quarterback. Second-year QB, but first career start today after playing in the second half last week after Roethlisberger goes down with an injury. Played well. Had an interception, but that was Dante Moncrief's fault. He is inactive. He is inactive today. A healthy scratch, but not playing. Rudolph looking to throw. Has a man. Overthrows his intended target. 3rd and 6, incomplete on that pass.
3 years with the 49ers here, 2013 to 2016. And give Sheldon Day credit. The defensive lineman just collapses the pocket, pushes it right back into Mason Rudolph. He has to throw that ball, and he can't really guide through it. See the struggles the Steelers have had on 3rd down throughout the entire season, only 25%. The first game, 27% last week. So far today, no conversions on 3rd down.
McDonald in motion once again from the 23, 3rd and 6. Rudolph near side, pass incomplete, intended for Johnson, Richard Sherman on the coverage, as Pittsburgh's defense has stepped up so far with 3 turnovers. San Francisco's defense stepped up on that drive, forcing Pittsburgh to punt once again. Jordan Berry on the field to punt and try to pin San Francisco deep. Last one went in the end zone for a touchback. Punt up and away. And fielded at the 23. San Francisco makes a couple guys miss. About a 15-yard return by San Fran. It'll be first down and 10. So Pittsburgh 2 of 3 here early on capitalizing off turnovers. However, forced to punt on their last drive. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
You don't know my name, do you?
Of course I know your name. I just get you mixed up with the other guy. What's his name? What's your name?
Switch to Geico. You could save 15% or more on car insurance.
Could you just tell me? I want this to be over.
Check me out, I'm a man. I do what I want. I go where I want. Why are they so afraid of? Maybe they're scared that if they teach us how the world works, we'll figure out how to take over.
Now I want to bring that Papa Mel to the community. Better ingredients, better pizza, better day.
What's the point? Everyone's already explored all the good stuff. Not true, Sally. There's still so much to explore.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Gear up at NFLShop.com.
LA's to a Superior Court judge. Did you do what you're accused of? No. We're going to trial. Try that again in a courtroom, and I will make sure you have nothing left to serve and protect.
All Rise premieres CBS tomorrow. The hit drama Blue Bloods is back. You are done.
I was raised in this copland.
CBS Friday.
Sarah Miner coming up to Verizon halftime report. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, and Coach Bill Cowher. Scores and highlights all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. You tell a coach that you turn the ball over 3 times, he'll basically say
49er football coming back from commercial break. At the 38, first and 10. Pump fake over the middle, complete. First down at the 40 for, I'm going to butcher his last name, but Kyle Juszczyk, former fullback for the Baltimore Ravens, had that diving grab down the sideline a moment ago. Now 2 catches for 49 yards for him. First and 10 at the 30. And pass over the middle, complete. First and 10 once again, as San Francisco will continue to move the chains. Flag on the field, though. Personal foul, roughing the passer on Minkah Fitzpatrick. So Fitzpatrick in his first game forces a fumble, an interception. Now a late hit that was questionable. You move on. It'll be 15 yards from the end of the run. So first and 10. It's 1st and 10, San Francisco at the 12-yard line. And Matt Breida on the carry loses a yard. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Share this on social media. Another flag on the play. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Seahawks tied up at 7 apiece against the Saints. Tyler Lockett with a receiving touchdown. Now a holding call on the Pittsburgh defense. That's on Javon Hargrave, number 79. So that's going to move San Francisco closer towards the end zone now. Down 6-0, 1st and goal. San Fran. Melanie Collins on the sideline reporting for CBS. Greg Gumbel and Trent Green on the call. I am your Encyclopedia Sports. Cole and Luke 96 live right here on Periscope doing live reactions. Play-by-play. Thank you for tuning in and listening. 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout, San Francisco. 11:34 to play before halftime.
49ers with their second timeout here in the first half, and we'll take a timeout and back in half a minute after this from Pepsi.
See what Kyle Shanahan draws up for Jimmy Garoppolo. 1st and goal at the 7 for the San Francisco 49ers. Fake the give. Garoppolo looking to throw, getting pressured. Incomplete towards the back corner of the end zone. Intended for number 85, George Kittle. And TJ Watt there with the pressure. No late hit on that, though. Even though that one might have been a little bit worse than the Minka Fitzpatrick late hit just a moment ago. So some iffy flags, iffy calls here by the refs early on, but just let them play. Just don't even call the flag. Just let them play. And another fumble. Pittsburgh looks like they have it. And they do. Pittsburgh Steelers football once again. The San Francisco 49ers have turned the ball over for the 4th time in the first 20 minutes of this ball game. First 2 games of the year, they had 3 total turnovers. First 20 minutes of this game, they have 4. See a replay. Bad snap from the center to Jimmy Garoppolo. Ball on the ground, and Pittsburgh recovers. Hopefully, they can capitalize on another 49er turnover and put more points on the board. 2 of 3 with 2 field goals, but field goals aren't always going to cut it. You got to score touchdowns. You got to move the ball downfield with a young quarterback in Mason Rudolph. You have to run the football and hit your tight end over the middle, go deep every once in a while, but also play good defense. Defense has come to play today. They are stepping up. 4 turnovers. Now only if they can play better on offense, move the ball downfield, and not stall, maybe Pittsburgh will be able to put more points on the board and win this football game today, and start off 1-2 instead of 0-3 now without Ben Roethlisberger. But as mentioned, Mason Rudolph at quarterback, next man up. You got to continue to play. Life goes on. So commercial break right now. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know down below. Super like, and super heart button. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Grid Ring 18, and myself, the Encyclopedia Sports. Cole Hand Luke. You know the movie with Paul Newman and George Kennedy? Cole Hand Luke 96. Follow myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cole Hand Luke 96. Over on Twitter and right here on Periscope. Also, this week, keep an eye out for my college football week 5 and NFL week 4 predictions over on YouTube. Also, I'll be on later on this week, more live reactions, play-by-play, professional football, college football, and professional wrestling. Wednesday night with NXT, Thursday night football in the NFL, Eagles, Packers. Friday night college football, Penn State at Maryland. Don't know what game next Sunday in the NFL, even if I do one. If I even do one, I should say. But then next Monday night, the Steelers will host the Bengals on Monday Night Football. So stay tuned for new videos and live reactions on both YouTube and Periscope. Is that Colin Kaepernick wearing a Steeler jersey in attendance? Sure as hell looks like him. Some guy in a Steeler Ben Roethlisberger jersey. Looks identical to Colin Kaepernick with the dreads. Rudolph fakes a give, steps back, and ends up throwing incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Wanted to have in the home opener. I don't know which is the more unbelievable stat. The fact that there's only 6 points off the turnovers, or there have been 4 turnovers. 2nd and 10.
Rudolph looking to throw once again over the middle, incomplete. 3rd and 10. Tender for 85, Xavier Crimble.
The Steelers rose on 3rd down the first 2 weeks of the season. So far today, 0 for 4. Here you are, 3rd and 10, down on your own 7-yard line. All right, heavy tackle. Not making it any easier on yourself. And critical, like Tomlin said. Got to continue to lead the ball.
3rd and 10 from the 7. Rudolph, okay, at least he stepped up in the pocket and got about 1.5 yards. Instead of taking a safety in the end zone to 4th down, Pittsburgh will punt once again. Hey, if you have to rely on your defense to win your football games, so be it. But obviously, without Roethlisberger, Hurts, you got to play good football in all aspects, offense, defense, and special teams in order to win. Defense has stepped up, 4 turnovers, 2 field goals by Boswell, but also now 3 punts by Jordan Berry. Flag on the play on the punt. 10:37 before halftime. Steelers lead 6-0. See what the flag is. Looks like it's against the Steelers because the Zebras, the white capper, talking with head coach of the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan. We got an illegal shift on Pittsburgh. Too many men moving and did not set before the snap. They'll just tack on yardage from the end of the run, and it'll be 1st down San Francisco when we return as the Niners and Steelers are meeting. For the first time in quite a while, the Steelers have not won in San Francisco in 20 years, dating back to 1999.
How did you get the new iPhone and not put it on Verizon?
Frenzy of sheet metal kind. And then there's performance that just leaves you feeling better as a result. That's the kind Lincoln's about. Felix McMillan. I didn't know that was a job. It is.
There's Ryan Shazier, 3 seasons ago, severely injured. And it's a miracle that he's even walking around again, Trent. And was, at the time, as talented a linebacker as there was in the National. And was really the main spark plug and leader of that defense. You talk to anybody in that organization at the time that he was playing, and just the presence that he brought to the huddle, the leadership that he brought in the locker room. And as you said, Trent, it's great to see that. That's the pass over the middle.
From midfield, Garoppolo pass for about 10 yards to the 40. Going to be second and short.
So far today, working very closely with the rookie Devin Bush, who already has 2 fumble recoveries on the day. He told me he's just trying to be a support system and resource without overloading him. As for Shazier,
Second and 2.
great, he had a big smile on his face. Great to see
10-10 to play before halftime.
With this team.
It is great to see him up and around and active. Second and 2.
Garoppolo, another pass complete to the top of your screen as the Niners are going right to left.
That's a first down.
First down, San Fran.
A distinctive plan today by the Steelers defense to make sure they're hitting
How the hell he got that wide open, I don't know.
in the pocket. I can't tell you how many times
But pressure from
today, but the amount of pressure he's been under in the
Edmonds coming on a corner blitz. Cost Pittsburgh in the end because his man wide open in the flat. Now a 4-yard run to the 21. San Francisco has been able to get in the red zone though, but then turnovers. They have 4 of them already in today's game. There's Keith Butler, the defense coordinator for the Steelers. Record of teams. What was that stat?
Well, you can see the defense.
They showed that real quick.
The 49ers like to do. They like multiple different formations, play action.
3rd and 6 coming up. Gonna rewind this real quick. Record of teams with a -4 or worse turnover differential. 0-45-1 record-wise. Now back to live action. 3rd and 6. Didn't miss anything. 49ers have still not snapped the ball. 3rd and 6 from the 22. Pass over the middle complete. George Kittle at the 10. Minka Fitzpatrick on the tackle.
Really enjoyed our conversation with George Kittle yesterday, and just the type of energy that he brings, the talent that he brings to the field.
Buccaneers lead the Giants 18-10. Halftime, Panthers on top of the Cardinals 14-10. Kyle Allen playing pretty well. 13 of 18, 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Garoppolo in this game, 12 of 16, 165 yards and 2 picks. Also 2 fumbles by San Francisco. 4 total turnovers. Flag on the play.
Holding offense, number 75.
Holding on the 49ers. That is a 10-yard penalty. They'll replay first down. Saints 13-7 over the Hawks. 6:50 to play before halftime. 8:26 to play before halftime in this ball game. 6-0 Steelers lead. 1st and 20 now for San Fran. 10-7 Chargers on top of the Texans from the 21, 1st and 20. Garoppolo shuffle pass and ball on the turf once again. Was that a completed catch or an incomplete pass? Mark Barron has the ball. They say incomplete, 2nd and 20. Let's look at it. Shuffle pass. That's a shuffle pass. Did he catch it? No, he never caught it and controlled the ball. That's a good call, incomplete. Now, if he would have caught it and then ball would have got stripped by somebody, that'd be a fumble. Pittsburgh recovers. That's 5 turnovers at that point, but that's a good incomplete call from the refs. 2nd and 20, San Francisco. Down 6-0, 8:04 to play for halftime. Pass complete near side. Gain of 4. 3rd down.
Jimmy Garoppolo, you have to be smart with the football. I know you want to be aggressive, you want to get it into the end zone, but as you said, Greg, 3rd and 15, you're already in field goal range. You have a kicker like Robbie Gould, you're only down 6. Be smart with your decision making. Raheem Mostert in the backfield and throwing now.
Garoppolo, halfback draw, inside the 10, down at the 6. It'll be 4th and about 5. Robbie Gould, the Lock Haven native, who played at Penn State and then played for the longest time for the Chicago Bears before they released him back in 2015. Also played for the Giants for a year or so before coming on and playing with the San Francisco 49ers, and has been out in San Fran ever since. A 24-yard field goal attempt for one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history. Kick up and good. 6-3 now. The Steelers lead the Niners. 6:45 to play before halftime, as this game has been all turnovers, 4 for San Francisco, but then it's also been a field goal game. 6-3, 2 by Chris Boswell, and now 1 field goal for Robbie Gould.
To his wife Jacqueline in their North Bay backyard. She's been holding up a seat cushion as a target, and she simulated situations in which the punter was offset. He said it was like a golf swing. He just needed the muscle memory, so it's important to keep the snaps going.
That is John Kondo, the snapper for the San Francisco 49ers, number 59, from right down the road, about 20 minutes away from where I'm at, in Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania. Played his college ball at Maryland. Played for the Cowboys and Patriots practice squad for a little while, but made a name for himself being a long snapper for the Oakland Raiders. But then when John Gruden took over last year, he was cut during training camp, signed on with the Falcons last year, and is now out in San Francisco. Hey, you learn something new every day. I did not know John Kondo was the new long snapper for the San Francisco 49ers. But yes, he is. John Kondo from Phillipsburg, snapping to Robbie Gould from Lock Haven out in San Francisco for the San Francisco 49ers. 6-3 Steelers lead. First and 10 from the 25 for Mason Rudolph and company. Handoff. James Conner faked the give on the end around. Conner loses about 2 yards. 2nd down. Another update. Seattle. Seattle with a run and then a fumble recovery for a touchdown for the Saints. Saints 13-7 lead the Seahawks. Middle of the 2nd quarter. Punt return and a fumble recovery for a touchdown is how Seattle is losing, how New Orleans is playing without Drew Brees here for the next 6 weeks. 3rd down after another James Conner run, 3rd and 7.
Mike Tomlin, I said, what's the problem with the run game? The Pittsburgh Steelers have had a reputation of running the football for a number of years. He said the problem with our run game is we're not converting 3rd downs. In order to get the running game going, you've got to convert 3rd downs and stay on the field and get into a rhythm from a blocking standpoint. They have yet to convert a 3rd down today. They're sitting at a 3rd and 8
Empty backfield as Connor motions out near side, out wide. Play clock winding down. 3rd and 7. Rudolph gets the snap. Over the middle, complete. Deontay Johnson, he makes a man miss. Makes 2 men miss. Gets the Steeler first down at the 35.
It is a first down. Rare first downs like Tomlin was looking for. Oh, look at the Steelers are going hurry up. They're getting on the line of scrimmage, calling the play at the line. Richard Sherman had a chance to make the tackle.
Washington in motion. Handoff Connor. Gain of 1. Got to be able to run the football better than this, but it'll do for now, I suppose. You have James Conner, Jalen Samuels, and the rookie running back Benny Snell out of Kentucky, who had 1 rush last week for 24 yards, and that was it. Jalen Samuels now in the ball game at running back to the left of Rudolph, who's in shotgun. Handoff to him, end around. Johnny Holton, number 80, gets 11 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
46-yard line, Richard Sherman coming up to make the stop. You get a fast-flowing, aggressive defense. You try some misdirection. This time a handoff to the right.
A little trickery here in the second quarter before halftime. Rudolph to Samuels, Samuels to Holton. First down, Pittsburgh. Another run for about 4 yards for Benny Snell, number 24. Matt Fowler, number 71, leading the way. The former Bloomsburg Husky at right tackle now for Pittsburgh after they lost. They traded Marcus Gilbert to the Arizona Cardinals. 2nd and 6. James Washington in motion. Rudolph under center. Hands off once again. Benny Snell 2 yards. On that run, 3rd and 4.
Since the start of the 2016 season, NFL teams were -4 on
Pittsburgh will receive the second half kick. Under 3 minutes to play before halftime. Steelers lead 6-3. Coming up at halftime, stats and scores from around the league. Tampa Bay now up 25-10 on the Giants. Daniel Jones not playing bad, 11-17, 117 yards, also with a rushing touchdown. But Tampa Bay with 25 points here in the first half. Saquon Barkley, questionable return with an ankle injury. That's not good. Yeah, Jameis Winston, he seems to be all right. Has 245 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. All 3 to Mike Evans. Run by Mason Rudolph, though, in the meantime for another Pittsburgh Steeler. First down, Panthers still lead the Cardinals 14-10 at halftime. Christian McCaffrey, only 35 yards rushing. And that is now the 2-minute warning out in San Francisco, as this first half has been a field goal game. 6-3 as Boswell is 2 for 2. Robbie Gould 1 for 1. Pittsburgh has been able to capitalize some on the 49ers for turnovers, but have also been forced to punt. 6-3 at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Thank you guys once again for tuning in and listening. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media for listening, watching on playback on YouTube. Links are actually in the description below. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, super like, and super heart button, and be sure to share this as well on social media. some flashback photos of the 49ers Super Bowls with Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott. Jerry Rice actually out in pregame catching some passes. Some people say he's the best receiver of all time, as he is in the house for today's game against the Steelers. Joe Montana, Bill Walsh as well. 1st and 10 for Rudolph and the Steelers. Pass incomplete at the first down marker. 1:56 to play before halftime. 2nd and 10 now for the black and gold.
San Francisco with one timeout left. Pittsburgh with all 3 of theirs.
Samuels in motion, empty backfield now from the 42. Quick pass from Rudolph, complete. Deontay Johnson, gain of 6 yards.
Not in this game, and Mike Tomlin made it very definitive as to why. Well, too many drop balls, and he said, listen, I've had conversations with him the last few weeks, and he said, quite simply, he's not meeting expectations, so we're going to give some other guys opportunities. Moncrief not dressed today. But here the Steelers have a critical 3rd down, 3rd and 4. They need the 32-yard line for a first down.
It's 3rd and 4, 1:20 to play before halftime. Trips near side. Steelers left to right. Rudolph looking to throw. 49ers bring the blitz. Rudolph sacked. Back the 40-yard line. Ball comes out, but he was down. He was down by contact. It'll be about 4th and 8. Pittsburgh will punt. San Francisco 1 timeout. 58 seconds now. Do they call it? D. Ford with the sack. D. Ford came over from Kansas City to San Fran. Frank Clark then from Seattle to Kansas City to replace him. A lot of moves this past offseason, as usual in the National Football League, with free agency and the draft. 4th and 9 officially, and I do believe San Francisco called their 3rd and final timeout. So then Pittsburgh will punt. New England, actually San Francisco, excuse me, New England defeated the Jets earlier. That game actually just popped up on the bottom of my screen. San Francisco would have about 40 to 45 seconds left in the first half to drive downfield. So yeah, San Francisco no timeouts now. And Barry gets the punt up and away. Fair catch, no. Ball bounces inside the 5, actually in the end zone for a touchback. So from the 20-yard line now, San Francisco is going to have 50 seconds, no timeouts, down 6-3, heading into halftime. Saints just scored again, 20-7 on top of the Seahawks. First and 10 for San Francisco. Former Steeler Le'Veon Bell, 35 yards rushing and 28 receiving, as the Jets lost to the Patriots 30-14 this afternoon. First and 10. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated from the 20. Garoppolo, quick bubble screen to the top of your screen. Artie Burns with the tackle. Or excuse me, Joe Hayden, number 23, not number 25. Joe Hayden with the tackle for loss. 5 yards. And now it looks like San Francisco is not really going to do anything before halftime. 22 seconds now before half. Down 6-3. 5-yard loss. And the 49ers are still in the huddle. The 49ers now break the huddle, man in motion, and they're just going to run a halfback draw, it looks like. Yep. Halfback draw to go into halftime, down 6-3 to the black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers. So at halftime, the 0-2 Steelers lead the 2-0 49ers 6-3, and Pittsburgh will receive the second half kick. Thank you guys for listening to my live reactions, play-by-play of the NFL this afternoon. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Grid Ring 18, and myself, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Cohan Luke 96, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube, and follow myself, Cohan Luke 96, right here on Periscope. Chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, super like, and super heart button. Share this as well on social media. Hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL 100. Coming up very shortly, I will have stats of this game, so stay tuned. But scores from around the league, from games that I predicted. Right now, I only have one loss. I incorrectly picked the Raiders to defeat the Vikings. The Vikings with a huge win at home against the Silver and Black. But the Bills over the Bengals. Packers defeated the Broncos. Colts defeated the Falcons 27-24. Chiefs 33-28 over Baltimore. As mentioned, the Vikings defeated the Raiders. And then the Patriots defeated the Jets. Right now, Saints lead the Seahawks 20-7. Chargers, last I checked, were leading the Texans 10-7. We'll see that stands here shortly. And then also the Steelers lead the Niners 6-3 at halftime, and Buccaneers on top of the Giants. Sunday Night Football tonight, Rams and Browns. Monday night, tomorrow night, Bears and Redskins. We'll have more scores and stats here coming up during the halftime report, so stay tuned for those. And chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated. Plus, I will recap college football from games I picked as well this past weekend here very shortly, so stay tuned. We'll have the NFL Today halftime report now. Actually, we're going to go to local news for 5 o'clock news here during halftime of Steelers 49ers. So now, I guess, since we're doing that, we will recap college football from this past weekend. USC defeated Utah on Friday. Boise State also victorious over the Air Force Falcons. Florida, huge win over Tennessee, blew the Volunteers out of the swamp. Wisconsin, talk about blowouts. They blew out Michigan at home at Camp Randall. And Jonathan Taylor, 200 yards rushing against the Wolverine defense. Cal defeated Ole Miss. Michigan State over Northwestern. Auburn defeated Texas A&M as well yesterday, 3:30 on CBS down in College Station. Washington over BYU. SMU over TCU. Florida State defeated Louisville, along with App State, another Power 5 win over North Carolina and Mac Brown. Mississippi State over Kentucky. West Virginia defeated Kansas in the Big 12. Oregon defeated Stanford in the Pac-12. Virginia had a scare against Old Dominion, but the Cavs came back and won and defeated the Monarchs. Texas over Oklahoma State last night. But then the big game of the weekend was Notre Dame, Georgia, from Athens behind the hedges. The Georgia Bulldogs defeated the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And then also last night, Colorado and Arizona State. Colorado victorious, along with UCLA defeating Washington State on the road in Pullman after being down 49-17 in the third quarter. They won 67-63. 10-9 prediction-wise for myself in college this past week. Keep an eye out for my college football week 5 predictions as well over on YouTube, being released sometime this week. And then, as mentioned, only one game wrong so far, NFL prediction-wise for myself. I picked the Vikings, or I picked the Raiders over the Vikings. The Vikings won that. Everything else I selected, I have gotten right up to this point, minus the 4 games that are going on right now, and then also Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football tonight and tomorrow night. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated. Definitely a disaster of a first half for the 49ers as they trail 6-3.
The NFL app has news, highlights, live, local, and primetime games on your phone for free. It's free phone football.
No one is actually allowed to show any games or events due to copyright, so that might be why no one is actually showing games live right here on Periscope or on social media in general. So due to copyright, no one can show the actual events, but sometimes people get away with it, sometimes they don't. But I do live reactions right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96. So thank you for tuning in and listening during this audio only recording. Normally I will do a actual live stream, but change it up with this stream, doing audio only. Tampa Bay 28-10 over the Giants, 20-7 Saints over the Seahawks. Also in the NFL for games going on right now.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Now Verizon offers more. Unlimited plans for families to mix and match. JB here with Phil, Coach Nate, and Boomer as we take a look at the scoreboard. Surprised with that Saints Seattle score.
The Cardinals are now on top of the Panthers 17-14. Pittsburgh, San Francisco 6-3 at halftime. Chargers 10-7 over the Texans at halftime. Now back once again to the live action during halftime here, live TV, as I had to rewind that real quick to check up on those scores. But prediction for Steelers at the 49ers, obviously on paper, if you listen to my NFL Week 3 predictions, or if you know myself, the Encyclopedia Sports Cool and League 96, I'm a diehard black and gold Steeler fan, along with blue and white Penn State. Penn State plays at Maryland on Friday. Live stream right here on Periscope on Friday night, 8 o'clock. Be sure to tune back in. Also, this Wednesday for NXT and the WWE. Thursday night football with the Eagles and Packers. And then next weekend, don't know what Sunday night or Sunday game in general, whether it's Sunday night football, Cowboys and Saints, or a game earlier on in the day. But then next Monday night, the Steelers host the Bengals on Monday Night Football from Pittsburgh at Heinz Field. Second half-wise, though, I mean, it's just been a field goal game up to this point. Turnovers hurting the Niners early on. Disaster, as you mentioned. Something's got to, go right for one of these teams, whether or not that's Pittsburgh, whether or not that's San Francisco. Somebody's got to do something. If it's going to be like this the whole second half, it's going to be so damn boring. Somebody's got to find a running game. Pittsburgh playing good defense stepping up for Mason Rudolph, who's starting his first NFL game here today, in replace of Big Ben Roethlisberger, who's done for the year with an elbow injury. But somebody's got to find a running game. San Francisco can't turn the ball over. And if you're able to run the ball effectively, opens up the play-action pass. Garoppolo's been able to throw the ball downfield. Mason Rudolph, though, on the other hand, can't really do that whatsoever here early on. Looking like a total different quarterback from last week in the second half. But I get it. It's his first start, so he's got to get used to the league. Even though he's been in the league for about a year and a half now, but his first career start. So you gotta give him a little room there to improve. But I would hope Pittsburgh's going to win. I mean, 6-3 final score I'd be happy with if they played good defense the rest of the way. But obviously that's going to entail to keep San Francisco out of the end zone. That's just common sense right there. But final score prediction-wise, from now, 6-3 at halftime, I'm going to say, because Pittsburgh's been able to capitalize off the turnovers, but then at the same time, you know, they've stalled a couple times on those other drives. They've had to punt, and then San Francisco just keeps turning the ball over and over, and at least that's what it seems like, at least. And they've punted. Robbie Gould field goal, Condo to Gold now, Phillipsburg to Lock Haven. So I'm going to say 16 to 10 final score, just because we're at 6-3 right now. On paper, for my predictions before the games, you know, like the week before, you know, like whenever I record, you know, middle of the week, towards the end of the week before the games, the upcoming weekend, I normally don't give out score predictions. Sometimes I will, sometimes, most of the time I won't though, but I'm going to say 16-10, just the way how both teams are playing. But somebody's got to step up for both sides. Like, there's just nothing else to it. But we'll see what happens. That's why they play the games. It's a 60-minute game, not a 30-minute. We still got 30 more minutes to play. And here at halftime right now, Jerry Rice, or actually that's Terrell Owens, that's T.O. T.O. is being inducted into the San Francisco 49er Hall of Fame. Good for him to show up to this Hall of Fame induction instead of his actual NFL Hall of Fame induction last summer. Some highlights from the first half: Minka Fitzpatrick interception. Very weird game. You are correct, Greg Gumbel and Trent Green, who are on the call for CBS with Melanie Collins on the sideline. Melanie Collins, Cool Hand Luke 96 on Twitter. Yeah, 4 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and then two fumbles. Devin Bush on both recoveries. And, you know, first half stats, rushing yards, both teams have about 40 to 50 yards. San Francisco throwing the ball a lot better than Pittsburgh, but Garoppolo's an experienced quarterback compared to Mason Rudolph. But then 4 turnovers for San Francisco, and Pittsburgh's capitalized on 2 of them with 6 points. Just think they would have scored 4 touchdowns from those 4 turnovers, it'd be 28-3 right now. So record of teams with a -4 or worse turnover differential since 2016. Teams are 0-45-1. Back to the action here in the second half. Pittsburgh receives. Holton takes a knee in the end zone. Rudolph and company will start at the 25-yard line. There's Melanie Collins once again on the sideline, on the San Francisco sideline, reporting for CBS. Mike Tomlin says they got to get Mason Rudolph in rhythm. They do. Some quick, short check-down throws, be able to run the football, move the chains, and put the ball in the end zone. Plain and simple, nothing else to it. End around, Deontay Johnson, gain of about 6 yards to the 31-yard line, second down.
I think at some point in time you have to try and stretch the defense. The defense right now is anchored in there. I know you're trying to protect your first-time starter in Mason Rudolph by giving him quick throws, giving him screen throws, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. But at some point in time, you've got to throw a ball, even if it's incomplete, just to stretch the defense and know that you can throw it down.
Handoff James Conner, first down Pittsburgh at the 37.5 yard line. Bills victorious, as mentioned earlier, over the Bengals, 21-17. Bills host the Patriots next week in Orchard Park. Battle of two 3-0 teams. That should be a damn good game to watch. Might have to do live reactions, play-by-play of that if that game is on in my area at 1 o'clock, because I do know that the Browns will also play the Ravens at 1 o'clock as well, also on CBS, so it's just going to depend on what game is on at 1 o'clock. Pass complete, James Washington. Oklahoma State connection from Mason Rudolph to James Washington. Flag on the play.
Oklahoma State products, and we have a flag on the field.
Ineligible player, legally downfield on the
Illegal man downfield.
5-yard penalty. First down.
That's the left tackle, Alejandro.
And Alejandro Villanueva was the illegal man downfield, so 5-yard penalty. They'll replay first down. Stupid penalties. Stupid penalties. First and 15 now from the 32. Rudolph out of the shotgun, looking to throw. Deep ball down the far sideline. Overthrows his intended target, Deontay Johnson. Incomplete. Second and 15. 13.5 to play here in the third quarter as the second half just got underway. Steelers lead 6-3. Be sure to share this on social media. Hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL100. Also, chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated.
So he's given some time. Mason Rudolph is given some time. Look for a double move as this game develops. And if they do that, I would think they're going to try to attack Witherspoon. Here's a second and 15.
Rudolph steps up in the pocket. Intercepted at the 40-yard line by the 49ers. Juju Smith-Schuster with the tackle. So now maybe a tale of two halves with turnovers by the 49ers. 4 in the first half. Now maybe 4 more in the second half. Maybe potentially all by Pittsburgh. 1 down in the books. Rudolph with an interception. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Share this on social media. And if you have chat questions and comments, let me know. Like, follow, and subscribe. The Gridiron Ring, Ring 18, and myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Like, super like, and super heart button as well. That is all I ask. San Francisco now with the ball at the 39-yard line, first and 10. So the first half, San Francisco gets the ball, their opening drive, they throw an interception. Pittsburgh Steelers opening drive of the second half, they throw an interception. 49er ball down 3, a score alert, and Evan Ingram with a 75-yard receiving touchdown from Daniel Jones. 2-point conversion as well. Giants now trail the Buccaneers by 10, 28-18. Josh Rosen in his first start for the Dolphins today. 200 yards on the dot, but the Dolphins still lost to the Cowboys 31-6 as the boys are now 3-0. Man in motion on 2nd and 5 for the 49ers. Another toss play at the top of your screen as the 49ers go right to left across your television screen, audio and radio dial. And first down, San Fran. Big Sunday night game next week. The Cowboys will play at the Saints.
Well, not only the speed, but he's coming into this game averaging 7 yards a carry, and it's, the Steelers have done a good job as far as not letting him get those big runs, as long as run of the day is just 8 yards. So they haven't given up.
First and 10 at the 27. Handoff. Gain of 2. Second down.
25-yard line, brought down by Tuitt. They'll give him 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. Yeah, for the most part, the offense has been pretty conservative today. We haven't seen a lot down the field. You're right. It's been got a lot of quick throws. I tell you, that's some of the concern with the respect they have for the pressure that both these defenses bring, especially off the edge.
2nd and 7 from the 25. Fullback in motion. Pass incomplete, near side. Incomplete.
That's a difficult throw if you're a quarterback and you're trying to roll out to your left and you've got pressure. See Dupree right there in his face. It's hard to get your body turned around and get it out in front.
Close game in the desert. Panthers lead Cardinals 21-20 in a rematch of the 2015 NFC Championship game, a game the Panthers won in order to go to Super Bowl 50 at Levi's Stadium in San Fran against Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. I take back what I said earlier. The biggest event at Levi's Stadium, other than WrestleMania 31 when Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank, it would be Super Bowl 50. College Football Playoff National Championship also in San Francisco this past year when Clemson defeated Alabama behind Trevor Lawrence. 1st and goal now for the San Francisco 49ers after a pass over the middle, complete, tackled inside the 5-3, man in motion, handoff San Francisco, stuffed to the line of scrimmage, and Stephon Tuitt on the tackle. 2nd and goal. Pittsburgh still leads 6-3. Let's see if they can hold. Garoppolo shuffle pass over the middle and a spear from Stephon Tuitt on the tackle. San Francisco stopped at the 1-yard line, 3rd and goal.
First red zone trip today, the 49ers settled for a field goal. 3rd and goal here. Juszczyk comes back in. 3rd and 1. They've used him in a number of different ways here. You could use him as a lead blocker, but they also like leaking him out into the flat. So just a play fake up the middle and sneaking out.
Fake the end around, handoff, 49ers, touchdown, 49ers. Steelers now trail 6-9. Great number. 9-6. 49ers lead pending Robbie Gould's extra point.
That's going to take place. Number 1, kick it out. Coming back over here, kick it out. And then it's going to be the counter and follow right behind their blockers. Mostert, excellent job. You see the fake, you see the kick out. That's exactly how you throw it up, isn't it? That's the timing of it. You saw the motion of the receiver coming across. Nearly was snapped too soon with him getting in the way of Garoppolo.
Gould extra point up and good. 10-6 now. San Francisco leads the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The interception thrown by Rudolph. The 49ers put 7 on the board.
Both teams have now capitalized off of turnovers and put points on the board. 10-6, 10 minutes to play in the 3rd.
And if you happen to be somewhere that doesn't accept Apple Pay yet, there's this. Nice. Cologuard, colon cancer screening for people 50 and older at average risk. Honey, have you seen my glasses?
I've always had a knack for finding things. Colon cancer, to be exact.
Potentially.
I find it non-invasively. No need for
We'll see how Pittsburgh comes out during their next drive. But yes, it could be a big momentum change between the 49ers and Steelers. You know, like I said there at halftime, somebody has to do something in the second half. You know, it was a field goal game in the first half. And now San Francisco capitalizes off a interception and puts points on the board, and now lead by 4, 10-6. So yes, it could very well, change the momentum. It could be in San Francisco's favor now. Playing at home, get the crowd behind them, so on and so forth. Now, if this was later on in the fourth quarter, for sure. But still, early in the third quarter, that's why I say, potentially. I mean, because it's really all just going to depend on how Pittsburgh plays on their next drive. They just got to get the damn running game going. Just continue to play good defense as they are. I get giving up a turnover and then having the defense out there, early in the second half when they weren't planning on being out there, but you got to play when you're playing, in the end anyway. San Francisco just kept, driving downfield, a couple penalties on that drive too, and, they run it in for a touchdown. So if you have chat questions and comments, folks, let me know. Comments below. Super like, and super hard button as well. Share this on social media. But Pittsburgh, they just got to get the run game going with Connor, Samuels, and Snell. Just continue to play good defense. Rudolph's got to get in rhythm, though, like they said at halftime. Mike Tomlin to Melanie Collins. Kickoff return. Johnny Holton out to about the 23-yard line. So with about 9 minutes to play in the third quarter, as they show a highlight of the 1970s Steelers. As in that decade, they won 4 Super Bowls and won about 100 games. The 1980s Niners, they also won 4 Super Bowls and won about 100 games apiece. Two historical franchises playing against each other here today out in San Francisco. But Rudolph, first career start, get him playing like he played last week in the second half. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Get the tight end involved a little bit more. Go deep, every once in a while. Not every play, though, like they've done before when Roethlisberger's been in there. But Rudolph looking for his favorite target, James Washington from Oklahoma State. Another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Those turnovers in the first half now by San Francisco really don't mean a whole lot because they're leading by 4 now with 9 minutes to play in the third. Another handoff, James Conner. A gain of about 5 yards, third down. Now Pittsburgh was able to capitalize a little bit more off those turnovers, not only get 6 points, maybe double that or triple that, or in full get a full 28 points and lead 28-3. We wouldn't be talking about this right now. We wouldn't be in this situation. So 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh, down 10-6. 8:38 to play in the third. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know. Share this on social media. Gridiron 18 and myself, Cohen Luke 96 on social media as well. Like, follow, and subscribe. Rudolph looking to throw, gets pressured, incomplete, flag on the play. Maybe a late hit. Maybe a late hit on Nick Bosa, number 97, the rookie out of Ohio State. Actually, illegal formation on the offense. Penalties declined after the incomplete pass. 4th down, Pittsburgh. Jordan Berry will punt once again. San Francisco will get the ball back. Up 4, 10-6. 8 minutes to play in the third. Got to block better. You can't let them get after the quarterback like that the whole entire second half now. And Jordan Berry punt up and away. Fields it at the 15. Tyler Matakavich with the tackle. You must be in a very, very deep fantasy league if you have James Conner as your... I assume he's one of your 2 starting running backs, or do you have a flex as well and he's your flex running back? But yes, definitely for sure, James Conner hurting the Pittsburgh Steelers, not running the ball that well, and, hurting a lot of people's fantasy football leagues. Now myself, normally, and thank you for the likes, super likes, and super hearts. Keep those coming. More chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated as well. share this on social media. But myself for fantasy football this year, I didn't get into it. I got out, and it was either do my 3 leagues that I was in or not do any of them. And I decided not to do any of them because I didn't want to screw anybody over. And I'm going to be in this league, but I'm not going to be in your league. So no fantasy football for me, but I get your drift. I've been there before, and hopefully, he'll do something here in the second half, and Pittsburgh can run the ball for the first time all season, basically. Find that running game, which opens up the play action for Rudolph to throw if he can throw the ball. And then, play good defense and win football games. Plain and simple. There's nothing else to it. If you have to rely on Boswell at the end of the game, rely on whatever team you root for, that respective kicker, so be it. So we'll see what happens.
Sophie opened up the wormhole through time.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And now, for some reason, the screen has turned to a purple rain on my end. Let me know in the comments below, folks, if your screen while listening to this as well right here on Periscope has also turned purple. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Minnesota Vikings or LSU talking. I don't know, but yeah, purple. I don't know why. It just all of a sudden switched. This is the first time that's ever done that. Hey, it ain't the worst technical difficulty by any means I've had on here or elsewhere, so I'll deal with it. Garoppolo airing it out on 1st and 10 over the middle, completed the 25-yard line. He actually drops the ball then. They roll it incomplete. Deebo Samuel with the catch, but then dropped it. If Pittsburgh would have recovered that, though, I'd be taking a look at that to see if it was a catch and then a fumble. And that's a good call. The ref slips as well in the meantime. And, yeah, he just didn't maintain control as he went down on the ground. 1-2 ball, could go either way, but they rolled it incomplete on the field, so you got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. Now, Pittsburgh calling a timeout. This is going to give, I don't like this timeout right here because this gives San Francisco, if they want to challenge it, time to challenge it, or if the booth just wants to look at it during this commercial break, to look at it, and then it might be a catch and a fumble recovered by San Francisco, and then you change fields. You change about 50 yards of field possession from one 25-yard line to the other. So we'll see, but they rolled it incomplete, and Pittsburgh calls the timeout, so we had to commercial. But yeah, the screen turned purple, but hopefully you guys can still hear me. Can you guys still hear me? Loud and clear? Let me know in the comments below if you can. If not, let me know as well. Just want to make sure, since it did that, okay. That you guys can still hear me loud and clear doing live reactions, play-by-play of this NFL game with the Steelers and 49ers also going on right now. Giants, Buccaneers, Panthers, and Cardinals, along with the Saints and Seahawks and Texans and Chargers. And if you guys have any questions about yesterday in college football, what happened there, my thoughts on this or that, what happened earlier on today in the NFL, or what could potentially happen on Sunday Night Football tonight or tomorrow night on Monday Night Football or in the weeks to come in the National Football League, what my thoughts are on your favorite team, so on and so forth. You get my gist. Let me know in the comment section below.
When wildfires threatened communities, John jumped into danger, fighting through fear and fatigue until fire was the key. We found his fighting spirit in one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. John knew what he would do. Since 1925, he proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. State Farm app?
I have an app. Can pay bills and track claims?
He doesn't have an app.
Kevin, bring in my app.
Mr. Gabriel, you don't have an app.
Sounds incredible.
Hello, Gibbs.
All right, you bet.
Come on. You're in danger. Hang on. She's not. We are not moving on to her.
Doesn't matter who we are. I'm not leaving it. The NCIS season premiere, CBS Tuesday.
Just under 8 minutes to play in the third. 10
Back from commercial break once again out in San Francisco. 7:59 to play in the third quarter. The 2-0 Niners lead the 0-2 Steelers 10-6 here this afternoon, September the 22nd, 2019. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and listening. Gridiron Ring, Ring 18, and Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Like, follow, and subscribe. 2nd and 10. 25-yard line, handoff, Breida to the 31, brought down by number 55, the rookie linebacker out of Michigan, Devin Bush. Man, did Michigan get beat yesterday against Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor, 200 yards rushing against Michigan's defense. Michigan now, in the weeks to come, will play Iowa and Penn State.
This is really close to that third element of him tucking that football right there before it comes loose.
3rd and 5.
It's really, really close.
Trips near side. Garoppolo looking to throw. Slant over the middle. Incomplete. Terrell Edmonds and Mark Barron on the coverage. 4th down. San Francisco will punt.
I think the play, as far as what I've seen right now, is we would say a stands play. You know, whatever they ruled on the field, I don't think there is enough on either end of that to overturn it. So the ruling of incomplete, I don't think we have enough there.
From the 30, San Francisco will punt. Actually, their first 3-and-out drive. 3 plays and out. 3-and-out drive this season, their first of the year. Snap a little bit low. They get the punt off and away, though. Ryan Switzer, fair catch at the 17-yard line. That is where Pittsburgh will begin with 7:13 to play. In the third, down 4, 10-6. Randy Fichtner, the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, talking with Mason Rudolph. See what they draw up on offense.
Whatever it was called on the field, there wasn't enough to overturn it. So because it was called incomplete on the field, they weren't going to overturn it. And it was great to have Gene get in that conversation, talk to us about the third move, finishing the catch to the ground. There wasn't that third move. Now, had it been called, you asked the question, had it been called a completion, was there enough to overturn? So just being able to get that type of clarification is great. Gene is so clear with his explanation.
Handoff. Connor, 1 yard.
He was scared of being on air, I think. He was just like, wait a second, I get some FaceTime here. So that's as fast as you moved in one time. You can't find many people happier than he is these days. He's jumping around a little bit with those early games, that's for sure. 2nd and 9.
Rudolph looking to throw from the 19. Screen pass near side. Connor. Gain of about 5 yards.
Tough yards for James Conner today as we check
3rd down. Studio update. Giants, Buccaneers. Another passing touchdown from Daniel Jones. Buccaneers now only lead by 3, 28-25, with 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Might have been a good decision by the Giants to bench Eli for the rookie Daniel Jones. Eli Manning era in NYC probably over after this game, that's for damn sure. Rudolph looking to throw once again over the middle, complete to the 35-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster, 45-50 up the far sideline. 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown Steelers. Mason Rudolph to Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 12-10, pending Boswell extra point. What a pass over the middle to Juju. Right on the money, a 76-yard touchdown reception officially. Now let's play good defense, run the football the rest of the game, and get out of San Francisco with a win. He did not step out of bounds either, so touchdown will stand. Rudolph with his first touchdown pass of the afternoon.
Smart quarterback decision. Go hug your lineman twice. Until that play, Pittsburgh had 99 total yards, 76 in one chunk. And Rudolph with his third touchdown pass of the season. Boswell for the extra point.
Boswell extra point up and good. 13-10 Steelers over the 49ers. 5:42 to play in the third.
Take the floor somewhere unexpected. Everything you need is at your fingertips and at the Home Depot. On-trend styles with innovations to make it pet-proof. Make it life-proof. Make it waterproof. Make it beautiful. And the Home Depot has everything you need to make it yours. Today is the day for doing with exclusive life-proof vinyl plank flooring starting at $3.19 a square foot. Only at the Home Depot.
We were lost in a vast desert, completely devoid of basset hounds. Then it appeared, a beacon of hope. More glorious than a billion sunsets. We were found by the hounds.
The rules of aging are changing. New genres at any age, crushing it at every stage. Numbers don't define us. 25, 45, 65. So stay in mind. Dreams to seize, more opportunities. Disrupting aging. Behind all this changing is AARP. Opening doors for you, for me. Too old, too young. We're in this as one. So let's take one today and every day with AARP. Real possibilities.
You believe in miracles?
I do. Choosing a reason. We want you to help us investigate unexplained phenomena.
You don't care that I don't believe?
I do not.
I was dead. Now I'm not. Everything has changed for me. So we're investigating a miracle. What is that?
This work is never boring, is it?
Evil premieres CBS Thursday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by
Aerial shot of Alcatraz in the San Francisco Bay
and by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
as we come back from commercial with the Steelers now leading 13-10. 76-yard touchdown pass just a moment ago from Mason Rudolph to Juju Smith-Schuster. Boswell kicks off. Touchback, San Francisco ball now at the 25.
Formation to the right for Mason Rudolph, and it's important to watch the release. So the point man is going to go on a drag. Outside guy is going to outside release and do a deep dig. But it's the inside receiver that comes up. That's Juju who's going to make the catch. See the release point? Actually, he had two guys open. He could have hit the dig on the backside. And then a poor angle by the safety. Juju Smith-Schuster able with that speed to get to the sideline, and then it's just a race.
From the 25, Garoppolo under center, hands off. 7-8 yards for Breida.
Well, it is, especially considering the way the first half went and just not getting a lot of yards and not getting touchdowns after those turnovers. So
Garoppolo once again hands off. Bud Dupree with the tackle. 1 yard gain on the play, 3rd and 1.
just short. It'll be 3rd and inches. Well, just like second down, now if you're on 3rd down, you're going to get up on the ball quick. Try
Quarterback sneak. Garoppolo got it. First down. They'll move the chains. Ball now at the 36. First down and 10. In the eye. Garoppolo over the middle, complete the 45-yard line. Deebo Samuel once again. Texans just scored. Carlos Hyde, touchdown run, 17-14. Chargers lead. But a 20-yard pass from Garoppolo to Samuel, first down Niners. Man in motion. Play clock winding down. They get it off. Another handoff. Gain of about 6. Devin Bush on the stop. 2nd and 5. Maybe a hold in the backfield. Run to the 30-yard line. Burrito once again, first down. San Francisco. Carolina pulling away from Arizona, 35-20, 11-11 to play. From the 29, 1st and 10. 3-step drop for Jimmy G near side, complete at the 24. Gain of 12, another first down, San Francisco. Garoppolo hands off. Burrito once again. Brought down by Joe Hayden.
So you're on defense, Trent. How do you slow down an offense that continues to go up to the line and keep going? Well, you hope you get a guy to run like Burrito where you're dancing and you're not just taking it, because Alou came from the backside. Hayden maintained that leverage on the outside, and you know the other defenders are going to be in hot pursuit. So where they've had success running the ball is just downhill. Not a lot of dancing, one move and go. That time Burrito dancing too much, left the defense around.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Steelers bring pressure. Completes the pass inside the 10 at the 8. Brought down at the 4. 1st and goal, San Fran. Garoppolo got rocked. Terrell Edmonds, 34, second-year safety out of Virginia Tech with the pressure. Takes down Garoppolo, but just got it out in time. First down, 1st and goal now, San Francisco. At the 4. 1 minute to play in the 3rd. Man in motion. Fake the give on the end around. Another run. And another touchdown. San Francisco. 49ers now lead 16-13. Maybe that's what we'll see here as we enter the 4th and final quarter. Maybe it will be a back and forth ball game to the finish. A defensive showdown in the first half. Offense putting up points in the second. Like I said earlier, at halftime, somebody's got to do something. Both teams obviously listen to that, and both teams are playing better on offense now in the second half, and the defense for both teams seem to not be able to stop it. So 16-13, pending the extra point. And now they're going to look at it. They're going to review the previous play on the field, whether or not he crossed the plane to score a touchdown. And we head to commercial break.
We've reinvented the doorbell, and now we're reinventing home security with Ring Alarm. It's the simplest, fully customizing, easy installing, home protecting, monitor everything, camera watching, flood sensing, frozen pipe alerting, smoke detecting, door locking, Alexa integrating, panic diverting, crime deterring, professional monitoring, first responder, security system that we've ever invented that you can pick up and install on your own today. Learn more at ring.com.
I like the way you think, Peter.
I don't drive, darling. I'm 98 years old.
Can't you see I'm reading?
Hound Dog was not inspired by the Snoop Dogg, right?
No.
New Crank Yankers coming soon to Comedy Central.
Hey, Yankers!
Crank Yankers, a new show on Comedy Central. Don't know how to feel about that. It seems like it's a Muppets prank call show. I mean, I'll give you something else to yank on, but I don't know how to feel about the show. First time hearing about that, but almost the start of the fourth quarter here on CBS with the Steelers and 49ers. They're reviewing the previous play on the field, which was a touchdown, 16-13, and now the call stands. Call is confirmed. Call stands, touchdown San Francisco, coming back from commercial break. Robbie Gould now on to attempt the extra point. He misses this. That's big. It's only a 3-point ball game. He makes it 17-13, which he does. It's now still a one-possession ball game, but 4 points. Pittsburgh has to score to take the lead. 17-13, Greg Gumbel, not 17-3. College football next weekend on CBS at 3:30. Ole Miss will travel to Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to play the Crimson Tide. San Francisco kicks off, touchback. Pittsburgh, after a 76-yard touchdown pass from Mason Rudolph to Juju Smith-Schuster, will begin at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. 56 seconds to play. In the third quarter, Pittsburgh 2 timeouts. San Francisco 3. 49ers lead by 4, 17-13. I wouldn't necessarily say that right now, as they show Speak of the Devil, Randy Fichtner, on the television screen. They just got to be able to run the football, which will open up more passes for Rudolph and play better defense. They played good defense today, but played better defense throughout the entire season. And as mentioned, if you have to rely on Boswell, rely on whoever your kicker is, at that point, you do so. So, young quarterback, you just got to get quick passes, over the middle, maybe some screens. Just move the chains and, drive downfield. Get them some rhythm. Empty backfield. Grimble in motion. Benny Snell with a 1-yard carry on the previous play. Rudolph looking to throw. Screen pass complete to Xavier Grimble, number 85, the tight end that was in motion for a gain of 2 now. 3rd and 7, and it'll be 3rd and 7 at the start of the 4th and final quarter of play, with the 49ers leading 17-13 over the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road out in San Francisco. So 3rd and 7 to begin the 4th quarter. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated. Well, yeah, because when you can't run the ball to start off, you're throwing it, and then it's, 2nd and 10. You get a sack or a couple yard loss at that, and then it's 3rd and long, and then you're throwing the ball, and the defense knows you're going to throw, and then you're not going to, execute, and it's going to be, 0 for 10 on 3rd down throughout the entire game, and then you're punting and, not, doing anything on offense, and then you have to rely on your defense. Plain and simple. I mean, there's nothing else to it. For sure. For sure, no doubt about it. I mean, the thing is with me, nothing against Pitt. He played at Pitt. He's from Erie. He played at Erie McDowell. But the thing with me, and I say that because nothing against Pitt, because I'm a Penn State fan. Yeah, to some extent. Sometimes it seems like it's good, and sometimes, it's like, what the hell are they doing? Yeah. But with Connor, to me, it seems like, okay, he played at Pitt and he's playing for the Steelers now. But everybody got behind him and whatnot because he had cancer and then he beat it and he came back and he's been playing since. But that on the side, you still got to go out and play football. Okay, but he just hasn't got the job done. Plain and simple. I don't know how else to explain that. I'm trying to, not piss anybody off. I want to try to stay right down the middle as, far as I can. That was last year, though. This is this year. Look at Antonio Brown, for God's sakes. He had a good year last year, too. And now he goes crazy within the past 9 months. Once out and goes to Oakland, goes to the Patriots. Everything going on with him right now, and he's cut. Will he ever play again? I don't know, but yeah, I know. It's like, well, yeah, no shit, I get that. I always say you got to be able to block up front. Pump fake from Rudolph. From the 28, complete James Washington. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down marker, though, it looks like, on 3rd and 7. Yeah, I know. I've always said, you got to be able to block. It always starts up front. You got to be able to block, protect your own quarterback, and then get after the opposing quarterback. You got to, have a good defense line. You got to have a good front 7. But then you got to be able to run the football, which opens up the play action. And then with Rudolph now, a young quarterback, throwing the ball, he has to get some quick check down throws, some just short slants over the middle, some screens, and then air it out. Play good defense. 4th and inches from the 35, and Pittsburgh is going to punt once again to begin the 4th and final quarter, down 17-13 to the San Francisco 49ers from the 20. That is where San Francisco fields it and returns it to 23. So, yeah. What else we got here? I think I missed a comment or two. thank you guys once again for the chat questions and comments, though. Keep them coming. Always greatly appreciated. Like, super like, and super heart button. Share this on social media. Garoppolo from the 25, hands off near side. And 5-yard run as the 49ers are now going left to right across your television screen. Steelers vice versa. Yeah, play calling, yeah, it could be better. I mean, like I said, though, it's either they're running some good plays and they're executing, and then it's like a couple plays later, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, the thing is, you don't need to throw the ball downfield every single play. Garoppolo hands off once again, 2nd and 6 from the 28. And now a flag on the play as well after a 3-yard run by Matt Breida.
There's some hitting in the middle of that play. You could hear it. I'm trying to figure out the official that just came running from all the way in the back.
Yeah, the Steelers had arguably the best quarterback, running back, wide receiver duo in the National Football League. Don't get me wrong on that, yeah. I can agree on that to some extent. Roethlisberger, future Hall of Fame quarterback. Sucks that he went down last week against the Seahawks. Get well soon, Big Ben. And then the thing with Bell, I've moved on from that because basically he hasn't played for the Steelers for 2 years. Sat out all last year and then signed with the Jets in free agency. And then they trade Antonio Brown because he wants out. I'm not even going to get into that. I think everybody knows the whole story with him now. With his helmet, just everything. From his helmet to the sexual assault thing right now. Flag on the play, going to be coming back due to a hold on 2nd and 17. Garoppolo slides and gets a couple yards, but it's going to be a holding on San Francisco, it looks like. So you had the helmet, you had frostbite, you had the argument with Mayock calling him a cracker, the video asking for a release, just everything else. Sexual assault now with New England. Got cut on Friday. Said this morning he's never going to play again in the NFL. Just, it's one thing after another. It's something new every day. But I've moved on from Brown, too, because, basically it's next man up. If they're not on the team anymore, so be it. Play with the players you got. And we had a personal foul on the 49ers offense on a hit to Cameron Hayward. A blindside block, they say. Steelers definitely need to stop. Yeah, but hey, that's them. That's their fault. Yeah, I know, I've heard that, but, it's like, you move on. You get over it, you move on. 2nd and 26 from the 9, 3-yard run to the 12. 3rd down, 12 and a half to play.
Special teams play or something like that where the guy doesn't see it. That was almost at an angle. Change territory. Trent said that was iffy. Do you agree?
The other thing you have to remember now, guys, is if he's blocking back towards his own goal line or parallel, then it'll be a blind side as well. So it's the blocking back toward his goal line where they're getting him for this, guys.
All right, that clears it up because, I was thinking, Hayward had a chance to see him. It was at enough of an angle that he could have seen him, but as you just...
Hand off once again on the draw to the 22. 4th and long. San Francisco will now punt. This has turned into a punting contest in the second half.
And that is a Kellen Witherspoon, San Francisco quarterback, going off on a cart.
Punt up and away. Switzer going to field it at the 30. Flag on the play. Switzer gets tackled back at the 25. See what the flag is.
With Witherspoon down, we're not getting an opportunity to see Jason Verrett. Came over to the 49ers. When he's healthy, he's as good as anybody in the league.
During the kick,
holding on the Steelers on the kick return, 10-yard penalty, first down, 11:18 to play. Keep those chat questions and comments coming. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cole Handle Luke 96 on social media. If you're listening on playback on YouTube, links are in the description below. Like, super like, and super heart button as well, and be sure to share this hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL 100. Now the Corona hotline with Tony Romo.
Superstitious, huh? No. Come on. How many games in a row have you worn those socks? 5. For a good game, the only game they originally need is the nachos for breakfast. No. Limes and Coronas.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yeah, you do. Bye-bye. Going out to fun good game day beach. Hey, man. My. How the tables have turned.
What tables?
Well, you have 2 agents now. I have 2 clients. You've met my new Mahomie, Patrick Mahomes.
We're friends.
What?
Is that why we're here?
Well, that's why I brought you here. I don't know why he's here.
No, Aaron takes his favorite agent everywhere.
Well played, State Farm. Did we just have a breakthrough?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
1, 2, 3. And many more.
Google Nest Hard Maps
Well, happy birthday. I miss you.
by Google Nest.
I had dinner on my 10th birthday.
You going up here?
Please tell me what happened. I don't understand why we're still fighting. FBI season premiere, CBS Tuesday. These Survivor legends are better. I think this place as a
Survivor returns this Wednesday. Survivor Island of the Idols, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Now a NFL Game Pass commercial for replaying NFL games all season long. In the fourth quarter, 11:18 to play. The 49ers lead the Steelers 17-13. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated. If you have updates from other games around the league, let me know. 1st and 10 though from the 19 for Pittsburgh. Handoff, James Conner. His best run of the afternoon goes for about 10 yards. Depending on the spot, might be second and short or 1st down and 10 as Pittsburgh will move the chains.
See the pressure that Mason Rudolph is under. He steps into the throw. If you remember back, he places it right on the face mask. And then the poor angle of the safety that allows Juju Smith-Schuster to get to the edge. And it's a sack. That's right. Okay.
1st and 10 of the 29, they say. Rudolph looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Deep down the middle. That's pass interference all day long. Thank you. Flags come in flying from every direction. That's clearly pass interference on the 49ers. Tackle James Washington deep over the middle. Good call. Now they call this on Pittsburgh. That's bullshit. Replay that before the call. They might say they got tripped up and say no penalty. No pass interference on the defense. Ball going to be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic 1st down. So pass interference on Jason Verrett. 10:28 to play, 1st down and 10. Pittsburgh down 4, 17-13.
That connection that he and Rudolph have from college days, that
from the 39. Rudolph looking to throw once again. Pump fake. Near sideline going for it. Has a man in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, the rookie receiver out of Toledo, number 18. His first NFL touchdown. Steelers now lead 19-17, 10:22 to play. 39-yard touchdown from Mason Rudolph to Deontay Johnson. Pump fake. Defender bit. Deontay Johnson near sideline. Went for it all. Rudolph looking good once again in consecutive weeks in the second half. 2 more touchdowns here this afternoon. Believe in Mason Rudolph, Steeler fans. I know how good Ben Roethlisberger is, but sometimes you just have to move on with an injury. With the next quarterback in line, Mason Rudolph, who they clearly believe in because they drafted him in the 3rd round a couple years ago. Last year, actually, 2018, out of Oklahoma State. Extra point by Boswell, up and good as we head to commercial break. 20-17, the Steelers lead the 49ers.
HRV is perfect for your typical day. Because it's been designed for your less typical ones too. So it's ready for just about anything. The Honda HRV with available real-time all-wheel drive with intelligent control system. Get a great deal on the HRV, part of U.S. News and World Report's best SUV brand.
With Domino's new delivery insurance, if your delivery isn't what you expected, we'll make it right. It could be a missing dipping sauce or a wrong topping. We want to make up for that mistake. Get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas delivered for $5.99 each. And put our delivery insurance to the test. What's true of us? These twins are the beginning of a new world. They might be the change. Sheldon's back Thursday at its new time, 8/7 Central.
Same night, different time.
Yep, still on Thursdays.
Same night,
But now at 8/7 Central.
different time. This is a real roller coaster.
Yeah, it's wild.
The Young Sheldon season premiere, CBS Thursday at 8/7 Central. The new doctor will see you now.
Oh, Doctor, that is so nice to hear. Doctor.
Patricia Heatley stars in Carol's second act. Premiere CBS Thursday. CBS is sponsored by Honda. Great deals are waiting at your Honda dealer. Corona Extra. Find your beach. And by Verizon, the network more people rely on.
On Monday night at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, the Steelers hosted Ladies' Night Out. Hundreds of female Steeler fans worked out with current and former Steelers players.
Steelers kick off. Ball bounces in the end zone. San Francisco going to take a knee. Touchback. Though the ball at the 25-yard line. Down 3, 20-17 after the 39-yard touchdown from Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, to Deontay Johnson, number 18, rookie out of Toledo.
He had gone a 3-step drop, looked to the right. When he came back to the left, Verrett was looking back at Mason Rudolph and thought he was going to get rid of the ball. So because he was cheating and looking back at the quarterback, as soon as he saw that footwork come back that way, he throws.
Garoppolo with a toss near side. Breida gets about 7 or 8 yards after slipping up a little bit.
That's how much goes into it. When you're a corner and you're trying to study the drops of a quarterback, when you're a quarterback, you're turning.
2nd and 3. Fake the give. Garoppolo looking to throw. Has a man open just past midfield. Marquise Goodwin, his first catch of the afternoon. Texans now lead the Chargers 21-17.
It causes confusion in the defense when you're trying to get multiple release, when you stack the receivers together. So once again, you got the 2 receivers at the top.
Garoppolo once again hands off. That might be a hold. No flag on the play, though.
You can get caught in the wash and get somebody open. If it's zone coverage, then you have to have the communication there. That's the one thing. Over and over again, we've heard
2nd and 4.
From the Steelers, whether it be head coach Mike Tomlin, Keith Butler, the defensive coordinator who we're looking at right now, it's just a communication part of it. The first 2 games, too many communication breakdowns that allowed guys to be wide open. 2nd and 4.
Goodwin in motion. Garoppolo hands off. Big run by San Francisco inside the red zone to the 18.
Inside the 20 to the 19. A 19-yard gain and another San Francisco first down. Well, you bring in a new right tackle, Brunskill, who's been standing around the whole game, and guess what? We're going to hand the ball and go right over the top of you. Excellent job sealing it to the inside. He had a little bit of help from Kittle before Kittle bounced up to the
Garoppolo with another handoff.
right side, inside the 15 to the 13.
6-yard gain.
Lindsey coming back in the game now at right tackle. Lindsey is 6'8", 310 pounds in his second season out of Notre Dame. Just saw that stat, the number of big plays that the San Francisco offense had. They came into today as the number 2 offense in the NFL. Runs 10 yards or more, passes 20 yards or more. That's what signals a big play.
From the 14, 2nd and 4. Play clock winding down. Garoppolo with another give. First down, 49ers.
Averaging 179 yards a game, 4th in the NFL in rushing the football, and now
First and goal at the 8.
60 yards on the ground. Pittsburgh not really showing they can stop this run.
In the eye, another give. Hargrave and Bush on the stop for the Steelers. Gain of 1, 2nd and goal.
Wearing out that Pittsburgh defense a little bit. It is. And this is the time, look for a play action pass with Garoppolo. Kyle Shanahan told us on Friday, said we like to move Garoppolo around. We like, especially in the red zone, we don't like keeping him in that spot. And because the run game has been working so well, and just a little indicator, they stayed in the huddle a little bit longer. Look for something to get him moving around or a pass play here.
Garoppolo pump fakes. Gonna get sacked. Actually gets rid of it somehow. As it seemed like every Steeler defender was in the backfield trying to bring him down. Pass incomplete, 3rd and goal. Bud Dupree had him. Missed him. Hargrave had him. Hit him as he got rid of it. Incomplete. 3rd and goal now. Man in motion. And a direct snap. And Pittsburgh recovers the fumble. TJ Watt. As the 49ers had a little trouble on the snap. Garoppolo looked like he was going to hand off to the man in motion. But then James actually caught it himself on the snap. That's a fumble. TJ Watt right there coming off the edge. Fell on top of it. Fumble recovery, Pittsburgh. San Francisco drive stalls once again. Now their 5th turnover of the day. They were down 20-17. They're still down 20-17, but it's now 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the 14-yard line. Rudolph hands off. James Conner. Gain of 4 yards. Second down. Fake the give. Rudolph looking to throw over the middle, complete. James Conner, first down, Pittsburgh at the 24. Under 6 to play. Steelers lead by 3, 20-17. Another handoff, James Conner. Loses about a yard and loses the football as well. San Francisco has it. Jesus Christ. You have to be kidding me. James Conner. Hold on to the damn football. Was he down? No, that ball's out by a mile. Jesus Christ. He's not down. That ball's out. That's a fumble. It's San Francisco 49er football now.
So the 49ers once again back in business. Just inside the Pittsburgh 25.
And now the 49ers really didn't lose any field possession. They fumbled. Steelers get the ball back. They fumble. Ball now at the 25-yard line for the 49ers. First and 10. Turnovers in this ball game this afternoon. Pass complete. George Kittle. 9 yards, second and short.
He is so good after catching the football. His yards after catch, his elusiveness. Devin Bush, first-round pick for the Steelers there, in position. There's Kittle's family. Nice when you travel at your own cheering section. 6 catches, 57 yards for George Kittle.
Fullback in motion near side at the end of the line of scrimmage now. Handoff. And stuffed at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1 on the way. 4:35 to play. There's Wes Welker standing next to Kyle Shanahan, an assistant now with the 49ers. Former Patriot great at wide receiver. Quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1, first down San Fran. Another handoff. Gain of 3. These two teams here today with the Steelers and 49ers. You're going old school back into the 70s and 80s and running the football down your throat. 20-17 Pittsburgh leads. 2nd and 7. Austin 3:16 to play in this ball game. Panthers winners over the Cards, 38-20. Kyle Allen, 260 and 4 touchdowns. Cam Newton might be fighting for his job when he comes back from injury. Play clock winding down at 2-1. They get the snap off. However, a whistle The San Francisco called timeout. San Francisco calls their first timeout of the second half with 2:52 to play, trailing by 3. Saints big over the Seahawks, 33-14 pending the extra point. Did not expect that, especially without Drew Brees. But a couple defense and special teams touchdowns leads the way for New Orleans over Seattle. Still about 4 minutes to play in the Emerald City, but New Orleans going to have a big win. Houston as well, looks like, up 10 with about 9 minutes to play. 20-17, though, Pittsburgh and San Francisco. And pass complete to the 6-yard line. Flag on the play. 2:48 to play. Garoppolo had faked the bubble screen up top, rolled around, and found Kittle, but a holding will bring the play back 10 yards.
We called out how clean of a game he'd been playing, and now a couple of holds, and there it is, and right in the middle of this blindside block.
So instead of 1st and goal, it's now 2nd and 17 from the 20. Garoppolo out of the shotgun looking to throw, has a man at the 15. Minka Fitzpatrick on the stop.
Brought down at about the 14-yard line by Minka Fitzpatrick. Clock continues to move as we come up on 2.5 to play.
So only 27-17 instead of 28-17. Is that what you're saying? Correct? 20-17 now. Pittsburgh leads San Francisco. 2:22 to play. 3rd and 11 for San Fran. Ball at the 14-yard line. $10-4, big buddy. Garoppolo rolls out, has a man in the end zone, incomplete. Flag on the play. Let them play. Quit throwing flags unless you absolutely have to. Cameron Hayward down for the Steelers. Hayward is down for Pittsburgh. He's in his 9th season already. Holy hell. Holding on the Steeler defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. However, Cameron Hayward is down, and we are now at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. 49er ball, 1st and 10, trailing by 3, 20-17. Cameron Hayward now getting to his feet. 2-minute warning right now. And turnovers have been a big part of this game. 4 in the first half by the 49ers. Interception early on in the second half by Mason Rudolph. Another fumble by the Niners, but then a couple plays later, the Steelers fumbled, and now the 49ers are driving inside the red zone, down 3, 20-17 with 2 minutes to play. Been a very exciting, low-scoring defensive showdown with some big plays here and there for touchdowns. But right now, with 2 minutes to play, the Steelers lead by 3. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Grid-Ring 18. And myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. On social media, that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. And follow myself right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96. We'll be on once again Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. Wednesday for WWE NXT, Thursday night NFL football, Thursday night football, Packers hosting Eagles, Plus on Friday night, college football, Penn State at Maryland. So be sure to tune back in and keep an eye out for college football week 5 and NFL week 4 predictions this week over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. So commercial break during the 2-minute warning with the Steelers leading the San Francisco 49ers by 3, 20-17. Thank you for the likes, the super likes, and the super hearts as well. Keep those coming. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Share. Hashtag NFL. Hashtag NFL 100.
Pizza Hut, official pizza sponsor of the NFL. And by Honda. Great deals are waiting at your Honda dealer. Back in Santa Clara, let's take a look at the penalty that was called in that last play. Well, keep an eye on Mark Barron. That's who the hold is going to be on. He's covering George Kittle as he's running down the middle. Walks on the cut. He wraps him around with both arms right in front of the official. You'll see the flag come flying in. Right.
That's actually a good call on the holding on Pittsburgh after their replay. First and goal from the 9. Handoff. Down at the 5. Pittsburgh 2 timeouts. You start calling them. 1:50 to play. Second and goal now for San Francisco.
Defensive penalty that all of a sudden gives the offense a first down, and even though it works in the 49ers' favor, that was
Do you hold them, force a field goal, potentially go to overtime? If you get the ball back, drive downfield and score real quick to end the game. A lot can happen here. Second and goal, pass complete, touchdown, 49ers. 23-20 as the Niners now lead with 1:15 to play. However, 1:15 and 2 timeouts. Just enough time for Pittsburgh to drive downfield and score a touchdown. Maybe only need a field goal if Robbie Gould will miss his extra point coming up here momentarily. James Conner, you got to run the ball. Run some screens. Run that one play that Juju scored 76 yards on a little bit ago. Don't go deep the whole entire drive. Gold extra point up and good. Pittsburgh is going to need a touchdown to win. 2 timeouts, 1:15 to play. Turnovers. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Share this on social media. Follow myself, CoolHandLuke96, right here on Periscope as well. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. There is Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, warming up on the sideline. And, man, a early Christmas present from Rudolph himself would be great right about now to have the Steelers win and go to 1-2 instead of 0-3. 2 timeouts, 1:15 to play. But just run some simple screens. Run a post over the middle maybe. Get the tight end involved. They have not gone to Vance McDonald as of late. Drive downfield and score. Run plays to the sideline, though, as well to stop the clock and get out of bounds. Use your 2 timeouts effectively as well. But turnovers, as mentioned, have been key in this game. 4 in the first half by San Fran. 1 in the early second by Pittsburgh. Another fumble by San Francisco, and then Pittsburgh fumbled, which just led to the San Francisco touchdown. 24-20 is your score, 1:15 to play. And Pittsburgh going to field it inside the 5 at the 2-yard line. And Johnny Holton returns it out to the 22-yard line. Down 4. 24-20 as, yes, Greg Gumbel, this has been an explosive second half. As at halftime, Pittsburgh led 6-3. Both teams have lit a spark here in the second half. Chargers score 27-20, Texans lead. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and listening. Share this on social media. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Rudolph in shotgun. We have 4 wide to the near side to the top of your screen. Rudolph looking to throw, and he will roll out, airs it out downfield, throws it away, actually incomplete. 2nd and 10, 1:01 to play. Both timeouts still remain for Pittsburgh.
They were flooding the left side of the field. They had a 5-yard route, a 15-yard route, and a deeper 25 to 30-yard route. But when you scramble to the right, that eliminates that side of the field.
Pump fake from Rudolph, steps up in the pocket, gonna run for it, slides at the 30, 3rd and short, gonna be about 3rd and 2. 50 seconds to play. Pittsburgh, I believe, calls one of their 2 timeouts. They do. Officially 3rd and 3. 49 seconds to play, Steelers down 4. Third and 3. 24-20, 49ers lead. 51 seconds to play. Rudolph gonna get sacked back at the 20. Ball is out. Pittsburgh recovers. 38 seconds down counting. 4th and 11. At this point, you got to call your 3rd and final timeout and draw up a good 4th down play. Hopefully you can get out of bounds, stop the clock again, maybe spike the ball if you get tackled. Hopefully spike the ball, I should say, if you get tackled in bounds. And, hopefully there's enough time left on the clock to run a couple more plays to drive downfield and score. But worst thing that could have possibly happened just happened. Rudolph gets sacked, actually a strip sack, and Flyer actually recovers it. So 4th and 12 now. 39 seconds, and San Francisco leads by 4. Here's your ball game, folks. Rudolph, 3-step drop, over the middle, has a man, incomplete. Turnover on downs. San Francisco will defeat Pittsburgh 24-20. 49ers will now be 3-0. Pittsburgh 0-3. When you can't run the football and are forced to pass most of the game with a young quarterback, and you can't capitalize on 5 San Francisco 49er turnovers, you capitalize on 2 of them but only get 2 field goals, a total of 6 points. At that point, you deserve to lose.
Steelers have begun a season 0-3 12 times, and all 12 times they missed the playoffs. Well, you have to remember, Mike Tomlin...
And that is not a good sign for Pittsburgh, the Steelers in franchise history, as Mike Tomlin and Kyle Shanahan shake hands at midfield. 49ers win 24-20. The Steelers have started 0-3 12 different times in franchise history, and all 12 times they have missed out on the playoffs. Final score, 49ers beat the Steelers 24-20. Old school type of game, ground and pound, running the football. A lot of turnovers. You can't capitalize on some of them. You can't run the football. Forced to throw a lot with a young quarterback. You're basically up shit creek, like I said, and you deserve to lose. Now we have bonus coverage. Texans and the Chargers. Texans lead by 7, 4.5 to play. Chargers getting the ball back. Ball at the 18-yard line. I will continue to stay live right here on Periscope and finish this game off. Giants are coming back to beat the Buccaneers up 132-31. About 15 seconds to play in that game. Saints on top of the Seahawks 33-21, but Pittsburgh, San Francisco just went final. Steelers lose and fall to 0-3. Steelers lose the 49ers 24-20. Going to be a long season, Steeler fans. It's starting to set in. It will more than likely be a very, very long season. However, I still do think they can win. They had their chances today, don't get me wrong, but like I said, when you still can't run the football 3 weeks into the season, now with a young quarterback in Mason Rudolph, you can't run the ball. You're forced to throw the whole entire game. He's going to make mistakes. You can't capitalize on turnovers, even though you play good defense for most of the game. Like at that point, like I said, you deserve to lose. So, 24-20, Steelers lose to the Niners. End of story on that. I'm not going to say any more. From the 19, 2nd to 7 for Phillip Rivers. And the Chargers down 7 to the Texans. Rivers rolls out near side. Pass complete at the 41-yard line. Keenan Allen. As LA moves the chains. 3.5 to play. Steelers actually play at the Chargers on Sunday night, October the 13th. Rematch of Sunday Night Football from last year on December the 2nd. A game the Chargers won as well. Keenan Allen, 11 catches, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns today. J.J. Watt coming off the outside, gets after Phillip Rivers for the sack.
This is just a straight speed rush around the corner from Watt. Nothing but pure speed, one-on-one with Sam Tebby, the right tackle. Look at how he gets that big 6'5" frame, gets underneath the hands of Tebby.
2nd and 13 for the Chargers from the 42. Rivers looking to throw, airs it out, far sideline, receiver trips and falls, incomplete, 3rd down on the way. 10 for Mike Williams, number 81, another great former Clemson Tiger at wide receiver, top 10 pick last year in the draft.
If he just turns his head the other way, you notice how he turned inside, and then Rivers led him to the outside. If he just speed turned his head to the sideline, then maybe he would have had a chance to get that ball. Now, starting the off, Spiro, Houston has had a tough time today on 3rd down. They've been giving up a lot of cushion to these Chargers receivers again. You've got to challenge these guys.
3rd and 13, play clock at 3. Empty backfield for Rivers, gets a snap off. Looking to throw, incomplete over the middle. 2:07 to play, 2 timeouts for the Chargers, 3 for the Texans. And now the Chargers will go for it. On 4th and 13, down 7. 2:07 to play. You could punt, use your 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning as your 3rd, and get the ball back. Still down 7, but you got to play good defense and stop the Texans and Deshaun Watson on offense. Don't call one of your 2 timeouts now. What the hell are you doing? That makes no sense. Just punt the ball. Not unless you want to draw up something different on 4th down here to call. That makes no sense. You're just wasting the timeout.
Well, here's the tough part. If you're Anthony Lynn and the Chargers, this is 4th and 13, so this is not ideal.
At the same time, though, too, this might be the ball game. They don't execute on 4th down here. Now they only have 1 timeout to stop the Texans. 2-minute warning as well, but depending on how long this play takes, you're still going to get the 2-minute warning regardless, but still, there's not going to be enough time if Houston gets a 1st down and runs away with the game, up 7. O'Brien on the sideline talking to his quarterback, Deshaun Watson.
So Houston has changed it up. You've got the rookie, Lonnie Johnson on Keenan Allen, all the way to Rivers left. I would imagine that's where they're going to target.
Allen top of your picture. Johnson plays about 10 yards off. 4th and 13. Chargers.
Rivers almost gets sacked, passed over the middle, complete. 1st down gain of 14 on 4th and 13. Keenan Allen once again, 2-minute warning now. 2 minutes on the dot to play. Chargers down 7, 27-20. 1 timeout. We'll have 1st and 10 when we return from the 2-minute warning.
The Honda CR-V is perfect for people from all walks of life. From the daydreamers to the night riders. And the carpoolers to the lone wolves. Let's not forget the young ones. And those young at heart. No wonder people made the CR-V the best-selling SUV in its class. Hurry to your Honda dealer during the #1 CR-V event and get a great deal today. From HPE, you can change the story. Take on uncertainty, gain visibility, and maintain control. Because when everything feels like the cloud, there's no place to go but forward.
Is this the new iPhone?
Yeah, Verizon's got the new iPhone.
It has 3 cameras.
And when you get it on the best network, you get so much more. Can I keep this? Like up to $700 off iPhone 11 Pro when you switch, with Apple Music included.
How could you get the new iPhone and not put it on Verizon?
If you're looking for the best place to pick up a pizza, might we recommend the place with pizza in the name? Call Pizza Hut now to pick up a large 3-taco pizza for just $7.99. No one out pizzas the Hut.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Pizza Hut, official pizza sponsor of the NFL. And by Honda. Great deals are waiting at your Honda dealer. High above the field, sun starting to set here in Carson. Final 2 minutes and what has been a wild game.
From the 42, Rivers in shotgun, running back to his left. Tight end in motion. 1st and 10, 2 minutes to play. Chargers down 7. Rivers steps up, airs it out. Has a man in the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Travis Benjamin, the former Brown. Incomplete at the goal line, 2nd and 10. As it was knocked down by the Houston defense. Should have caught that. Hit him right in the hands. He would have walked into the end zone. He was in the end zone at that point. Should have been a touchdown. But then at the same time, the Texans have 1:50 to drive downfield and score. Rivers pass deflected off one of his receivers, almost caught by another, incomplete though in the end.
Such an issue for the Chargers last week. Had 5 drops in that game from a late interception called by Rivers as they came up short in Detroit.
I mean, that one was a little bit behind Cook, and you would love for him to be able to catch that ball. But the opportunity, the one they could have had, was the one for Benjamin. And Romeo Crennel right now, 3rd and long, has to be able to dial up a defense to get the Chargers stopped. They have not been good in this long down and distance on 3rd down today against this Charger receiving corps.
Rivers steps up in the pocket, gonna run for it on 3rd and 10, gets about 8 yards, gonna be 4th and 2, 1 timeout, 1:38 to play. Chargers down 7.
It's only 2-down territory here with 93 seconds left. It's a pickup of 8, 4th and 2.
And we saw it last week. Rivers uses
And the Saints defeat the Seahawks 33 to 21. See if I can get a final score for the Giants and Buccaneers. And then this game, minus the Sunday night game, would be the final games of the day. 4th and 2, they run it with Austin Eckler. He gets 4 yards, first down. Gutsy play call on 4th and 2 at the end of the game when you're down 7 to run it. 50 seconds to play. Chargers at the 30, 1st and 10, timeout Houston. Giants defeat the Buccaneers 32 to 31. Actually, Saints defeat the Seahawks 33 to 27. Excuse me, not 33 21, 33 to 27. First and 10 for the Chargers.
in New York. Deputy Health Sports Park, Carson, California.
Deshaun Watson, 351 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Phillip Rivers, 313 and 2 touchdowns. A shootout in Los Angeles. .46 seconds, 1st and 10. Rivers looking to throw. Rolls out near side. They're going to run it. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Ran 10 yards for 1 yard. At least the play clock stops. Rams Browns on NBC kickoff at 8:22. I have decided, I know I was planning on doing live reactions play-by-play of that as well, but I have decided I will not be doing live reactions play-by-play of Rams and Browns. I will, though, however, by the season's end, we'll have done another Rams and Browns game, so be sure to tune in on Wednesday now, along with Thursday and Friday this upcoming week, for more live reactions play-by-play right here on Periscope. Pass complete over the middle, 29 seconds. 3rd and final timeout by the Chargers after the completed pass to Keenan Allen. It's going to be 3rd and 4, 29 seconds to play. I think the Browns are going to win, giving you guys my take on that right now, because I will not be doing live reactions play-by-play of that now. I think the Browns are going to win. It's Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff. Could also be another shootout just like this game here with the Chargers and Texans. However, though, at the same time, it might be a defensive showdown with how good the Rams and Browns defenses both are. But it's Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley, Odell Beckham Jr., and Jarvis Landry versus Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Higbee's still out in LA, I do believe, with the Rams. As one LA team is home, the Chargers are today. Rams on the road in Cleveland. Just a couple-hour drive from where I'm at here tonight on Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football in Cleveland for the first time since 2008. Browns, big one on Monday Night Football last week against the Jets, who are now 0-3 as well. Lost to the Bills, who are 3-0. They play the Patriots next week. Flag on the play. Rivers pass complete to Mike Williams at the 7-yard line. 24 seconds to play. Clock stops, so flag on the play, and it'll probably be coming back due to a hold, I bet. But the Jets lost to the Bills. Jets lost to the Browns. The Browns play the Rams tonight. Rams beat the Saints last week. Saints just beat the Seahawks. Seahawks beat the Steelers last week. 49ers beat the Steelers today. Bills, Patriots next week. Battle of 2 3-0 teams in the AFC West. And now, right now, the 49ers are the only 3-0 team in the NFC West. Rams could join them with a win tonight. Pittsburgh plays the Cincinnati Bengals next week at home on Monday Night Football. The battle of last place teams at 0-3 in the AFC North right now. So, a lot going on in the NFL and college football as well, along with WWE. Keep an eye out for more college football, NFL, and WWE wrestling videos in the near future. 3rd and 14 after the penalty, 24 seconds to play. Chargers, no timeouts. Rivers airs it out over the middle. Incomplete in the end zone, intended for Mike Williams. 4th and 14. Here's your ball game. 18 seconds to play. Chargers down by 7, 27-20 to the Houston Texans. And I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live streams here today on September the 22nd. Earlier, Ravens and Chiefs. KC won that 33-28. Also, Lions Eagles was on, so I was doing that. And then the 49ers just defeated the Steelers a short time ago, 24-20. That's what this live stream is. Once again, I don't know what the deal is with the background being purple by any means. Houston actually calls a timeout in the meantime. So 4th and 14. After this timeout, we'll have the final play of the ball game more than likely. But that's what this stream is. 49ers Steelers with a bonus game with Houston and LA, some bonus coverage. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening, watching both streams here this afternoon. And thank you guys for all the chat questions and comments, the likes, the super likes, and the super hearts, all the shares as well, along with the likes, the followers, and the new subscribers to Gridiron Ring on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you don't have an account for any of those social media platforms, make one. It's not that hard. So here's your ball game, folks. And then that's going to do it for myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, today on Periscope. 4th and 14, 18 seconds, Chargers. Rivers looking to throw. Incomplete. Actually intercepted inside the 5, but incomplete. Ball game. Texans are going to win 27-20. Some big drops late in the ball game for the Chargers to potentially come back and tie this ball game up and force overtime. Flag on the play, though. There is a flag on the play. However, it's against the Chargers. Texans are going to decline it. Ball game. Texans are going to win 27-20. At least that's what it looks like. They didn't make an official announcement yet. They pointed towards LA. Incomplete pass. Houston will take over on downs. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Houston for taunting. However, that's not going to matter. It's just going to be half the distance to the goal. Okay. First, unsportsmanlike conduct. This next one will lead to his disqualification from the game. Hell, there's 11 seconds left. Like, what the hell is going to happen? But incomplete ball game because the penalty was after the play, and it's just going to be half the distance. Houston takes a knee. Chargers don't have any timeouts. And the Texans are going to get a big road win to start off 2-1 now after losing week 1 on Monday Night Football to the New Orleans Saints on a game-winning 58-yard field goal by Will Lutz. Deshaun Watson with a kneel down. Texans win 27-20 over the Los Angeles Chargers. They also defeated the Jaguars last week by 1. Texans' first 3 games, been in 3 great, very, very close games. Handshake with Bill O'Brien and Anthony Lynn. Texans win 27-20. Sunday Night Football next. Rams, Browns. Like I said, was planning on doing live reactions, play-by-play of that. Unfortunately, not now this evening. So I'll catch everybody now on the flip side. Hope to see everybody now on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week for more WWE, NFL, and college football. WWE NXT on Wednesday, NFL Thursday Night Football, Eagles and Packers, college football Friday, Penn State at Maryland. Ravens lose to the Chiefs. Eagles lose to the Lions. Steelers lose to the 49ers. Chargers lose to the Texans. Keep an eye out for college football Week 5 predictions and NFL Week 4 predictions with recaps from this past weekend this week on YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Cohan Luke 96, on social media for listening to this on playback. On YouTube, links are in the description below for social media. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridring 18 and myself, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Cohan Luke 96. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube and follow right here on Periscope. Hope to see everybody now on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for WWE, NFL, and more college football. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening this afternoon. What a great weekend once again of college football and the NFL.